All right. Looks like everything's set. I'm not muted, and I definitely have the right screen recording, as opposed to recording of the recording segment, which is recording the recording segment of the recording segment again. And that time, like I did before, my last computer exploded, so I don't want to do that again. I don't think I can replace this one. Yeah. More importantly, hi everyone, I'm Airier, and today I'm doing Genshin again because I finally remembered I haven't done this in... I don't know if I did it last year either, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, and the first comment we get now that the stream is live is, welcome home, cheater. I mean, I only played a few other games like Star Rail, Wuthering Waves, Arc Knights, retrying, I actually forgot the game. Mouse did a bunch of covers for their songs. Completely forgot, I didn't like it. Had to be, forgot what it was. Yeah, I haven't tried a bunch of other things. I haven't cheated on Genshin. I think I completely dumped it. More importantly, though, I'm back, so I have played a bunch behind the scenes, mostly to get characters that look cool. Haven't progressed the story at all, so I don't know what I'm in store for with Sumeru. So far, it seems like a pretty lighthearted event, and I want to see where this goes. I've been told that that is not the case, and eventually I'll find out. Yeah, there's something about a little girl who's God, so that's about all I know so far. How I've avoided spoilers for this, I have yet to find out. Mostly because I kind of ignored Genshin for a couple years. Also meant there was a ton of things to explore. I haven't even touched Fontaine other than just doing missions. Did I get Arlecchino? You'll find out in a second. I'm not saying she's my favorite, but Navia beats that. What was that? I said nothing. Yeah. I also have this thing where my luck is really good when I don't care. And then there's Arlecchino's weapon. Yeah. Getting her? Easy. Getting her weapon. Fuck that. That was a mistake. That was, oh, such a mistake. Also, quest-wise, I've been pretty far behind. I am currently at the coming of the Saberzu festival. Yeah, I have no idea how far behind I am, so... Yeah. I've been playing for a while. I just haven't actually progressed anything. I have no idea how far behind I am. Oh, and Marquise, we don't talk about our weapon. Normally, I'm like, I have a weapon, it's fine, it's good enough. Except, it turns into a freaking scythe, man. Yeah. Mistakes were made. And then remade. And then failed this pity a second time, so remade. Yeah! That was fun. I don't regret that at all. This is alright. I'm not coping. This is safe.
There she is! Dinyarzad!
I'm still never going to be able to say that name right. Oh, I should probably turn auto on.
Just as promised, Traveler and Paimon. I'm so glad that you two came back to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday. Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
The festival's tomorrow.
Marquise, you had 170 pulls.
For so
Please
long that
plus
I can't
89
help but
for
feel a little
her.
nervous.
And you didn't get him,
There's
did
no
you?
need to be nervous. Paimon's sure that Lesser Lord Kusanali will feel everyone's
Yeah, I
gratitude.
get that.
Thanks, Paimon. I hope that everyone who comes to the festival will also have a good time.
And Xenodragon, you're dipping because you don't want to be tempted into downloading Genshin Impact again. I mean, everything I'm doing is so old, you've probably already done it, so it won't be a temptation at all.
Speaking of which, did you manage to make your way to
Is what I would like
Port
to say, but I
Volmos?
know better.
Discover anything over there?
That there was a
Of course
plot
we
and it was
went.
kind of silly.
A lot of things
Didn't
happened
find
there.
anything.
I see. Sounds like you two had another exciting adventure.
That you did not get to be a part of, unfortunately,
There
huh?
is another chance. I would love to join.
My
The
lady,
character actually
if
wanted
you
to do
went
something.
Port Ormos in your current state, we'd both be in for a lifetime of trouble.
Oh, yeah, Dia. I actually randomly got her from Losing in Pity.
Eavesdropping.
Didn't really see anything
It's
about her I
called
liked in Character
covert
Kit.
protection. Keeping
Great
an ear
design,
out
though.
for what's going on around my employer is part of the job.
It's alright, Dia. I merely said I would like to go. I know better than to think my body could handle it.
Oh, yeah, because she's sickly.
The festival's tomorrow. I've been doing nothing.
You can tell
but
because of the
causing
bags under
trouble
her
for
eyes
you.
and the constant
So Dia,
coughing.
please take some time to relax. I'll be fine.
Even when you put it that way, it still doesn't feel right.
Like she's lying to you.
Don't worry, my guardian knight.
Okay, fine, but only tonight. Tomorrow's a
knight in
big day,
shining
and many
clasps.
no-good scumbags are gonna try to take advantage of that.
Hey, Claremont's up.
Oh, you two
Is
must be
Paimon
exhausted
tired?
from your long journey back to the city. My
I
apologies.
mean, all
for
that floating
messing
around and
this
doing nothing
sooner.
does get to you.
I've already prepared a room for you to rest. Please follow me.
This might sound weird, but
So thoughtful.
is Paimon
Paimon's so
bigger?
ready.
It's not just me saying that, right? Just for a second, it almost looked like she was bigger than she was before. It's probably just my imagination. Or the Traveler's just small and I forgot about that part. Oh, Xenodragon. Yeah, the part where I remember I can't grapple and run up walls. Yeah, I'm going to be pressing like L1, triangle, seeing like, why can't I grapple? Why is that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've noticed that. When I came back earlier, I ended up trying to attack. It's like, why is square not attack? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was fun. I have no idea where I'm going right now. I guess I'm going this way. I will admit, I do like the design of environments in Genshin a little bit more when they put thought into it. Some places they don't, and it's boring. This is an area that I really do like. Then Wuthering Waves has so many dreamlike areas that is so freaking good. And then they have so many boring areas, but
Here we are.
they do good things at different
It's
areas.
also fairly close to where I've been staying.
A Trailblazer-sized pom-pom. Maybe that's it, yeah.
Looks really nice.
See, now she looks small again.
Not at all. Just tell me more about your adventures when you next get the chance.
Well, we fought a god, we fought another god, we fought another god, we got drunk with one god.
Stories next time.
It goes back and forth. So, Claremont, quick question. Do you rarely... affectionate quest in Star Rail? Because, dear God, miHoYo. Did I do the rarely affectionate quest? I do not remember which quest name that is because I never pay attention to the names of the quests. I usually just click one and do it, and I never know what it's called. So, I have no idea which one that is. Yeah, I should know. I don't.
Oh, if you don't mind, how about we all walk around together tomorrow? All of my friends will be working the festival, and Dia is still insisting on her covert protection.
Oh, yes, covert. I don't know how anyone thought Dia was covert.
It'll be pretty hard to relax and enjoy
I mean,
the festival if
maybe
Dia's
here, because there's a lot of other people.
constantly hovering over you, right?
Then let's meet at the nearby bazaar first thing tomorrow
Clara's
morning.
quest? Zenith? No,
Have
I
a
have
great
not.
night.
Unless I have.
It's a deal. Good night, Dunyarzad.
I did a quest
I
for
may
Clara.
be too excited to fall asleep tonight. See you tomorrow.
She's going to die in her sleep or
I'm
something, isn't
starting
she?
to really look forward to the Sub-Zero
I mean,
festival
I hate to
too.
say it, but it
Will
kind
there
of
be
feels
lots
like
of
a
yummy food?
death flag or something.
Oh, no. Thinking about food is
Making a
just
plan
gonna
for
keep
the next
Paimon
day,
up all
looking
night.
forward to it. It's a
The earlier we
festival.
sleep, the better.
Mm.
Let's go inside, traveler.
The robot Clara wanted to help? Oh, no, I think I actually did part of that one. There was a second part and I didn't finish that yet. I did the first half, or maybe the first half. I don't actually know if there's a second half.
Did we
think there
oversleep?
is.
We should go meet Dunyarzad right away.
Yeah? So, yeah, this just looks so freaking good. I like the oversaturation of colors personally. I know some people, not their thing. I love it. In some areas. I just noticed they literally just reversed the texture for the bottom of this.
Traveler, Paimon, I've been waiting for you two.
Yeah. Hope we weren't too late.
Dunyarzad. We must have
I mean,
overslept
it took a whole 5
little
seconds to
bit.
press it.
Not at all. I arrived early. Today is finally here. I must
I
cherish
just
every
noticed her hand
moment
is all
as if it were
bandaged.
gold.
Oh yeah, be a sickly.
You've worked so hard for this day. You gotta enjoy it to the fullest.
And the
You know
Trailblazer
it.
just not saying a word.
It's just that,
I think I got spoiled by him
expected.
being mostly,
I
or
had some
all the
trouble
other
falling
characters in
asleep
Star
last
Rail,
night.
Wuthering talking so much.
I'm hoping my body won't be too much
Granted.
of an issue today.
The talking
Well,
Wuthering Waves was
Shall we? Let's start with the stalls
The
over
end of
there.
the main quest in 1.0 was good. The beginning was rough.
Many vendors came out of the blue to support the event.
As soon as there was
and
stakes, the game got
insisted on
better.
covering costs themselves. Let's go give them some business.
They paid for everything out of pocket? Oh, sounds like they're not in this just for the Mora.
Oh, I can't run right now.
They all said that contributing to a lively festival atmosphere is more important than money.
I do know the irony of walking
we
around
don't
with a
often get
Fatui
to
here.
celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Ooh, they're selling food over that way. Let's go take a look.
Hello, random street
This
vendor.
is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
Oh, you could tell straight
Is
away.
that
I thought most
a
people
pomegranate?
nowadays wouldn't know.
Watermelon, giant blueberries.
Mushrooms, flowers, and all kind of fruit. It's all
Giant
vegetarian
blueberries.
Stuff. Oh, Paimon's a little disappointed. So, what's the Haftmewa feast you mentioned just now?
I'm assuming
It's
vegetarian.
another Sub-Zero's festival tradition. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods. Generally speaking, the most common selections were foods like Rukashava mushrooms, Nilopala lotuses, Sumeru roses, Sunsettias, Kapulatas, Hara fruits, and Zaytun peaches.
Those are all things we
So,
clicked, aren't they?
the Sub-Zero Festival is a vegetarian
Oh, Sam,
holiday?
did I see the Woo trailer 1.1? No, I
You don't
haven't.
have to be a
I'm trying to
vegetarian
avoid it just in
enjoy
case
the
it's a
spread.
spoiler. I might watch it
We
when the
just
new
use the
event or
7
new
foods to
drop comes
symbolize
out later
the
this
7
week.
virtues of the Dendro Archon.
Maybe.
Wait, but if that's the case,
Wait, Marquise.
if Sumeru
Main character
uses
actually talks in the most
vegetarian
recent
food
story?
to represent the
I have
Dendro
no idea how far
Archon,
behind I am. That could be a
then
while.
wouldn't the Pyro Archon's festival be full of food like roasted fowl, juicy meatballs, grilled steak? Oh, Traveler, we have to go to Natlon as soon as possible.
No, they're already talking about that one.
I hope your wish comes true one day, Paimon.
Isn't that the next section that's supposed to
Alright,
open soon?
How about we also check out some of these other stalls?
You know,
Dear customers, would you like to try your hand at alchemical divination?
What's alchemical
is this the one where I get
Those
you
two things sound like
maybe
they'd be
punched in
fun
the
to
face
try
with your own
together.
chemicals and take your money?
Right?
I like that
thought
divination.
the same when I first
The
heard about
divination
it.
is I take
It
your
is
money
said to be a
and I get richer.
mysterious craft invented by none other than Lesser Lord
Never mind, it's
Kusanali
not the one I like.
herself.
So, how does it work?
It's quite simple. After you give me any 2 alchemical reagents, I'll use them to perform a random transmutation.
Sure
Is it
sounds
random?
So random that it will probably fail.
That is precisely what we need. After the transmutation fails, your one and only diviner here will interpret the remnants.
For some reason I don't buy this? Yeah, I'm gonna with that guy.
Well, according to Lesser Lord Kusanali, everything is interconnected, and all that occurs can be traced back to fate. You could say this is a pearl of old wisdom.
Why does everything sound so much more credible when Dunyarzad says it? Are you guys working together?
So that's the true wisdom behind it. This young lady sure knows her stuff.
So I just have to give him some random stuff? Alright, what do I have the most of that I do not care about? These definitely aren't compatible. Let's do her that. Hello, random person who can't do
Okay,
alchemy.
one moment. It's the moon.
Paimon wants
Oh,
to
there's
take
about
a
4
look
weeks of
too.
gameplay? Damn, Marquise.
Is it? It looks more like a pie that Paimon bit into.
Generally speaking, the moon signifies... It means...
He forgot.
Wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Wow, he's not even good at being a
I
charlatan.
remember now. It means illusions and lies.
Illusions and lies?
Considering the entire thing about the
Sounds rather
moon
ominous.
and Arlecchino, I still don't know that because I haven't
but
done our
this
quest.
book says that if you trust your
I know it's involved
intuition
somehow.
and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
He's not even trying to hide his book anymore.
Yeah.
Naturally, fate will only ever show you the beginning of a journey. It is up to you to forge your own ending. Oh, thank you so much. I'll keep that in mind.
She's
Oh,
reading
it's
into this more than
nothing.
he even said.
I'm just learning as I go.
Oh, God.
Guess that was
I've never
still
felt so
pretty
embarrassed for a
interesting.
character in a game before.
Okay, on to
They say the Sub-Zero's festival was very lively a long, long time ago. Large flower carriages used to parade through the city. As they headed towards Port Ormos, people would throw flowers, candy, and liquor all along the way.
They threw liquor.
Yarzad's eyes are sparkling right now.
Why would you do that to
I
liquor?
wish I could have seen that spectacle. But if you ask me,
Molotov
I'm
cocktails for
Lily's dance of
everyone.
Sub-Zeros would be just as impressive.
I don't know. Throwing bottles of liquor at people sounds like a bad idea. Either it's wasted or you get a hit. Ferris?
Attention! Soldiers!
That mustache.
Fall into formation if you want any Yalda candies.
That mustache. Oh, God.
It's a weird guy with a weird hat.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Junior Zod. Wow.
Miss Dunyarzad, the children love you even more than the Yalda candies. In the few short days it took to prepare for the Sub-Zero's festival, the children have all grown very fond of you.
The Hallowed
Why are there
Night of
so many death
Flowers.
flags right
It's
now?
an honor that you know my name.
Attention! In the name of Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, I commend you on your contributions to the glorious Sub-Zero's festival.
I'm legitimately embarrassed just to be
All right,
around this
little
guy.
soldiers, take your Yalda candies and don't forget your loyalty to
It's
Lesser
crazy how
Lord
much they give
Kusanali.
these individual
Dismissed.
characters so much just
Yes, Knight
Well,
Ferris.
individual clothing. Since all the other characters in the NPC form just kind of get a generic outfit.
Ferris, the Night of Flowers, is another Sub-Zero's festival icon.
Oh, him?
and
Don't
one
mind those
immensely
flags?
popular
There
with
is no
children.
flag?
In the past, the actor portraying Ferris would also sit on a flower carriage.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can make such
God,
wonderful
that
memories today.
mustache. I can't look away. I literally can't.
Oh, not at all. Oh, speaking of tradition, do you want some Yalda candies? They're a festival staple, and I happen to have some boxes readied here. Take a look and pick whichever one you want.
Whichever one.
That is the fun part. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender melon, hara fruit, sunsetia,
Ooh, those all sound pretty good.
and there's also lizard tail and oni kabuto.
A lot of stuff from,
Huh?
was it
What's
Inazuma?
up with those two flavors?
Meat.
Oni
Technically.
Kabuto is a little spicier than Lizard Tail.
Dunyarzad, you tried them before? It's all right. Paimon believes in you.
So are we
I also
aiming
believe in
for
your
the bugs
intuition.
or... Ooh, also,
Great.
Onibi? You
These
can't wait
boxes
till
of
I get to
candy are
Fontaine.
numbered
Honestly, I've
1
heard
to
it's really
5 from left
good.
to right. Which one do you want?
Haven't got there yet. I'm a bit behind. You know, giving us numbers here doesn't really matter considering we have no idea which numbers associated which pot, so... 3. It's in the middle. Oh, it tells us there? I don't care enough.
Attention! That's unfortunately lavender melon.
Is that a bad option?
Paimon thought you survived so many epic battles because you had incredible luck.
Is that bad? I have no idea.
Wrong.
The sunsetia flavored candy was in box number 4. How about this? The most important thing is that everyone has a good time at the festival. So please, take both boxes.
So we guessed wrong and get extra food.
Thanks a
I
lot,
like this guy.
Knight of Candies.
It's Night of Flowers, not Night of Candies.
There is an importance on candies more than flowers, sir.
Paimon really wilted the carriageless Night of Flowers.
They all basically sound the same. We got
Oh, actually, I just remembered that I left something behind. Since you're here, can you come with me to get it?
Yeah?
Dunyarzad. You
We were
probably
even late.
forgot
What the hell
because
happened?
You're so excited about the Sub-Zero's festival.
Onibi, why do I think it's fake? Why do I care? Honestly, it's just
How
the
embarrassing.
mustache, man. The mustache. Look at that thing. I mean, like, dear God. There's so much mustache there. Like, I don't think I've seen anyone else with such a bushy mustache in this game. I'm almost having mustache envy, except it's so big. Yes, I am relying on the guiding lights of me not knowing where the hell I'm going. They are helpful when I am completely lost. And not like I spent a previous stream walking around, wondering where the hell I am, and spent 20 minutes completely lost until I accidentally walked out of the city.
We're too late. Who knew the little lady was such an early riser?
I know, right? Hey, wait a minute. Boss, isn't that her?
Ooh, do we get to fight? I like hurting people.
Oh, that most certainly is. We're in luck. She's walking right into our clutches.
Hello, stress relief.
Those Eremites don't look.
Who are you? I don't believe the Homayanis hired you.
That's right. We haven't received any of their mora, but I wonder how
Oh,
much the
generic kidnappers, that's
Homayanis
too
would
easy.
shell out to get you back.
They're a gang of kidnappers! Traveler, hurry!
Marquise, by the time I get to the end of this, you'll have with issue with my wife again. I mean, come on, how long could this segment be? Oh, shit. Is it going? Oh. I'm going to be in trouble.
Hey, did you scumbags even consider that the Homayanis might have hired a merc that outclasses you?
Oh, I wanted to fight them.
Dia! Dia the Flame Mane! No wonder we mercs haven't heard anything about you for so long. You sold your unruly mane to the highest bidder.
Isn't that what a
Don't
merc
speak so
does?
disrespectfully. My
No,
family started
seriously,
working
that's
with
literally what a
gratitude for
mercenary
her
does.
kindness
It's like,
to
how
us.
dare you do your job?
Don't worry about it, my
I
lady.
just...
Just some friendly banter between mercs. One punch and those rabid dogs will expose themselves for what they really are.
Aren't your claws all dull by now? Don't get too cocky!
Oh, there's an eye patch. That's a new variation. If it is, I actually don't know. Is it? I can't tell.
Traveler, take Miss Junior's...
No, we're gonna stay and help. There's too many of them.
We can't guarantee anyone's safety here. I mean, yeah, we literally could by just killing everyone immediately. That usually works. I mean, what's a little bloodshed between complete strangers?
You're right.
Please be careful, Dia.
Don't waste your time worrying about me. This is
Legitimately,
my job.
why are we letting her
Look
do the
out for
fight?
yourself. After I've
Like,
wiped the
by this
floor
point,
with
the
them, I'll
character
go
should be
find
strong
you
enough. This
all.
is not a thing. Oh, I actually have to run? Ah, fine. Oh no, that took so long. Why was there a time limit on that? Like, in case you got lost or something?
Dunyarzad, are you okay? You look a little pale. Are you in shock?
Can we just
Yeah.
carry her and run?
I'm fine. My body always reacts like this whenever I exert myself too much.
I have the same reaction, but in my case, it's because I'm lazy and fat.
You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine after some rest. I'm more worried about Dia.
Yeah, she'll be fine. She has plot
Don't
armor.
worry.
I swear, this does look so freaking pretty, though.
My lady, traveler, found ya.
Oh, wow, we went a whole
You
3 feet.
took care of them so fast.
Any more of them? Or rather, did anyone follow you?
Dia, your arm.
Oh, she actually took damage.
Oh, this? I'm fine. It's just a scratch.
Honestly, I couldn't
Normally,
even
they
tell.
wouldn't have been able to land a hit on me at all, but I'm still getting used to this new greatsword.
She has a great sword.
Please. let
Oh,
me
it's
take a
obvious
closer
she's
look.
displaying it on her back.
Come on, it's nothing. Us mercs aren't as fragile as you think.
Minus the damage to your arm.
Hold on.
Also,
you
did they
said
alter her
something about a
character
new
design, or was that just
greatsword.
there and I missed it?
What happened to the one you were using before?
About that. Well, I sold it, because I was low on Mora. Stuff like this happens every now and then.
Yeah. Yeah, I've run out plenty of times.
It can't be. The anonymous donation that was used for the venue's final round of preparations?
Wonder who did that.
Hey, Miss Dunyarzad, I wasn't trying to make you cry, and
Too bad.
I'm not gonna lose my commission because I made my employer cry, am I?
I mean, it does happen. You're fired.
Okay, making your employer cry won't affect your commission, but selling your weapon without permission and getting hurt? I'll have to reevaluate your performance.
You know, that's actually not a bad option considering, you know, a mercenary is supposed to be paid based on being able to do their job, and not having a tool of trade or moving to an inferior one would degrade their value. So it's, I mean, she's being lighthearted, but it's actually not a bad point.
You're so unreasonable, my lady.
truly a monster.
Thank you very much, Dia.
Don't be like that. I get embarrassed really easily.
Really?
Are you feeling unwell again, Dunyarzad?
My lady, your condition.
Truly.
If
I'm sorry
only
for the
we
trouble,
knew people
everyone.
who could heal. It would be so helpful. Stealing your shit. Hope you don't mind. Or care. Yeah, store your shit. You were a blacksmith and now you're nothing because I've taken your smith and your blacks. All your iron is belong to me. There's a chest right there I never got to. What the hell, man? I swear, I have not explored this area nearly as much as I should have. Okay, we weren't even running that time, lady. Do we just need to get you like a scooter or something?
Better, Dunyarzad?
Yes, much better. Just give me a few moments and I'll be good to go. I didn't realize you were concerned about it. I guess I shouldn't continue to keep it a secret.
That you're sick? I'm pretty sure that's
I
not a
was
secret.
actually born with Elazar. It's terminal now.
Ooh, whoa, what happened to our hands? Those scales?
Can't believe it's Elazar.
Oh, that happened to a...
You've already heard of
lady,
Elazar.
huh?
In that case, you probably know about its severity. Sumeru's current medical advancements still haven't been able to find a cure.
If only we
The
knew
disease's
someone who
progression can only be
specialized in
delayed
god
through
magic.
environmental therapy.
Dunyarzad.
There's no need to be sad. I've always lived with Elazar and I came to terms with it a long time ago. Compared to the simple fact that I'm afflicted with this, its effects on my life have been much more painful. I know that my
I completely
family
forgot
loves
about
me
everything
dearly.
to do with the disease other than
They've done all
character
they
has
can
it.
to provide the best environment for me so that I can live for that much longer. However, I know I will one day succumb to this.
I mean, on the one hand, yeah, it's horrible, but I did Hu Tao's companion quest, and it's one of the few I actually did. They do have souls and reincarnation in this game as an explicit fact. Hell, when I was doing some of the New Fontaine stuff, which I haven't done the main quest, but I did the side quest with that little island where you get the stuff for... I was going to say Acheron, wow. But, yeah, souls are mutable. They can be reborn. It just feels... I guess maybe Hu Tao just doesn't spread that around or something.
Did you know? Before I ran away from home this time,
How many
the
times have we done
world
that before?
outside of my home didn't even know that I existed. Since I was a child, all I could do was sit on my bed and stare at everything outside of my window.
That sounds horrible.
I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to meet other people. To me, there's nothing more beautiful than being able to meet and speak with others.
Unironically, I'm going to say something really horrible that will probably get me canceled. Anywhere else in Genshin, that would be horrible. But she's in the one location where she has the magical internet attached to her ear. She literally is in the one place where she could actually do something about it. Marky, have I done Arlecchino's story? No, I have not. Because it's locked behind a lot of other story content that I still haven't done. So I can't. I did do the island, though, and I haven't finished that quest underwater, but it seemed pretty cool about, like, the entire statue people. I kept thinking it was a reference to Ratio or something.
Not to mention the incredible time spent preparing for the festival. The joy on everyone's faces here, and all the support I've received from friends like Dia.
I mean, at this point, the death flags are so obvious, I kind of think she might survive.
This way, when my final day does arrive, it will be less sorrowful. At the very least, many people will remember that I once existed in this world, right?
As long as you don't forget Paimon. Paimon also won't forget about you.
We can't forget you no matter how much we try.
No.
I don't even
if
mind
we
her. It's
forget
just
Paimon will still remember you.
just wish the main
Thank you
character was the
two
one
so
talking
much.
rather than Paimon.
I apologize for
Personal
the depressing
opinion.
conversation.
I guess they didn't want to pay
This
two
is-
actors to do the same
This
lines.
is out of character
Double
for
it up.
me. To be honest, Lesser Lord Kusanali gave me the courage to do all of this. If it weren't for her encouragement, I wouldn't have taken that first step. Thanks. There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets. Oh, right. Isn't it almost time?
Oh yeah, the festival. Kind of forgot
Isn't
about
the
that.
Dance of Sub-Zero's about to begin?
Oh yeah, the thing that I
It's
definitely
the part of the
remembered.
festival that I've been looking forward to the most. Nilu will recreate that legendary scene with her most splendid dancing. And the Sub-Zero's festival will conclude amid everyone's applause and blessings. And with that, my wish will also...
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go to the stage.
Oh yeah, she's basically just kind of copying Firefly's backstory. Or more, Firefly's copying her. Huh.
Yeah, we should still make it
I mean,
in
not the
time.
entire fighter thing, but like crippling disease is slowly destroying them type thing. I'm sure it's not like MiHoYo would reuse plot lines. They would never do a character who's maybe named Raiden and is like, hey, you want to suffer multiple times? Yeah. It's a good thing that's never happened. And Marky, do I want to know how to do a nuclear fissure? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm not sure if I want to. Sounds dangerous. Let's do it more.
Were you not aware that the law prohibits this type of performance from taking place without prior permission?
Well, it's not a performance. It is a random expression of art.
Over there, someone's yelling at Nilu.
Have we tried violence? I still am a fan of it. I haven't been wanted
I
here
just
yet.
saw the Academia's Grand Sage. Why is he here in person?
Definitely getting the maybe go full on destruction path on these people.
But the Dance of Sub-Zeros is one of the key parts of the Sub-Zeros festival. If we can't perform it...
The Sub-Zero's festival. The law also prohibits the private hosting of large-scale religious festivals. Only the Academia can host such an event.
Seriously, why are we not fighting these people? I mean, it's the same thing I asked in Izuma. Why are we not just directly getting into a fight? It's like, oh no, it's all... No.
If you continue
This is why
to
violence
resist,
is fun.
we will have to order an investigation. The
Mhm.
Grand Sage has already granted you
Don't
much
care what you
leave.
have to say.
How did things turn out like this?
I think the term is
The
biggest
Academia
dickus.
was originally responsible for the Sub-Zero's festival, but they failed this responsibility for many years. I need to speak with them.
If we force their hand too much, the situation may get ugly. Don't go. Why are we getting the dumb responses? Like, literally, at this point, I'm just going full on, oh no, I guess we have to crime. Am I the only one thinking that?
This is a hard pill to swallow.
No,
but
it's not.
You're right. Things would only get worse.
Nor you could start a fight.
Dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing such frivolous and meaningless activities in this land of knowledge and reason?
Dude, you're wearing a dumbass poop hat. No one can say you're reasonable.
Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth, while people like you wish to defile it.
Really looking for an iconoclast
I
option right
believe
now.
that our Archon never rejected
Burn the
arts.
tree.
Even
Time to
the
go
goddess
full
of
on Elden
flowers
Ring on this thing.
dedicated a dance to her.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me.
The arid
What
tree
you
must
should be doing
die.
is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore.
If you're citing credentials for why you can speak, then you're useless because you're trying not to speak.
When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyagarbha day that prohibits public art performances. We will announce it to the public later via the Akasha.
Understood. I will inform him when I return.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get to punch this man in the face.
The Sub-Zeru's festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Nilu, are you okay?
Well, this is enjoyable.
Oh,
I just want to punch that, and I'm
Teresa.
having a freaking...
You all saw that just
Yeah,
now?
Marquise, and this is why I think I like the Trailblazer more than the,
Grand Sage ordered us to
the
stop
Traveler.
performance.
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere the academia can't find us and perform there.
No, go right up into their
How do we
freaking
let
office and do
everyone
it
know?
there. And when they get into a fight, beat their
What about the
asses.
atmosphere on the stage?
It's not a fight if they
Or
attack first.
We could
It's a
get people to
revolution.
block them off so they can't interrupt the performance. No. They just threatened to investigate the organizers. If we were caught.
Nilu,
Down with the
it's all
academia.
right.
Viva la revolution.
But you've been looking forward to the dance of Sub-Zero so much.
Maybe we should look
But I
forward to
know how
overthrowing them.
important this
I'm
festival
the
is to
only
you.
one in this game thinking violence, huh?
It's okay. Seeing you care this much about my feelings is more than enough.
Have you considered inspiring a
It would be too
revolution?
risky
Maybe
to continue
the
the
brave
Sub-Zero's
martyr who
festival
gave
this
her
close.
life to show
I
the
don't wanna get everyone
cruelty.
in trouble.
If you say so. But you
We
can
need someone with
sneak
a
out for the
baseball bat
next
to say
Sub-Zero's
rules are meant to be
festival,
broken
right?
at this point.
Well,
Yes. Okay. It's a promise.
Seriously? It's like, I don't really care about the art too much, but
Can't
really?
believe this is how
Reverse
things
Charmony
turned out.
Festival?
Those
Yeah,
heartless
it really
losers.
is. I swear, so much of this game is just telling you, yeah, your sibling, whoever you chose, they're wrong, and the one who's trying to destroy the world is probably right. Just feels that way. Try to think of another way. Anything else we can do?
It really is okay.
It's all for
Still,
violence.
I'd be lying.
We've
if I
been
said
wanted
I
in
had
most
no
of the countries
regrets.
where we've been in it. We've
I
been
would've loved
fine.
to see Nilu's dance.
A lot happened today. Nilu and Dunyarzad promised to make the next Sub-Zero's festival a success, but Dunyarzad is running out of time. Yeah.
Beep.
All connections have been secured to construct the most stable. The project has entered its most critical phase.
From...
Oh, we're gonna be late! It's all because you and we should go
Still
meet
really
Dunyarzad
want to start
right
fighting
away.
people. Alright. Where to now? And there's a distinct lack of beating people in the face with a baseball bat in this game. I think we need to fix that. I'm gonna steal these flowers. They don't get flower privileges anymore.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. Sorry we're late.
Not at all. I arrived early.
You seem kinda tired. Did you not get enough sleep?
Considering how she was
No,
reacting to walking
there's no need
yesterday,
to
I'm
worry.
surprised she could actually get up at
Shall
all.
we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Sure.
What? Yeah, she does seem a lot more tired in her description.
Ooh, they're selling food over that way. Let's go take a look.
I hate how we're forced to walk slow. Even feels slower than last time. Didn't we do this?
This is a stall offering foods for...
You are quite well informed.
They're all plants. Actually, what is the...
It's one of the Sub-Zero's festival's traditions. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the...
Okay, so it's not just me. The story is
In the
reflecting it. And
form of
Paimon's
the
affected too.
moon.
Really?
The
Okay,
moon
we're skipping ahead to
signifies-
this guy? At least I don't have to rehear
It's
him.
escaping me for
Is he
Oh, it's
really
the fake
looking at
guy.
Oh, right. But if you trust your intuition and overcome your fear...
Is this
Understood.
deja vu?
I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, it does sound like she re-recorded it and
Oh,
sounds
it's
even more
nothing.
tired.
I'm just learning...
Guess that was still pretty interesting.
The fuck is going on? Yeah, they have slowed down her walking animation. The hell? Like, I don't even think the main character's walking speed is this slow. And those are literally capped right now. Oh god, Mustache Man again. Feels like we're getting Groundhog Day'd.
All right, soldiers. Now that you have your Yalda candy.
Yes, Knight Ferris!
Oh, one stay behind?
Is this a...
Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is another Sabzeruz festival icon and one immensely
Yeah, she looks a
popular
lot
with
more
children.
tired now. And they didn't react to
It's
her
all
this
thanks
time
to-
around.
Oh, do you want some Yalda candy?
what's the...
Unless they just skip past it.
Ooh,
And there's also lizard tail and oh,
what?
Why is Paimon affected though?
great. These boxes of candy are
But if we pick the right one,
excellently
does that mean we
chosen.
only get the one?
Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
Still don't get why that's... Wait, there's only 4 of them in there? Weren't there more before?
Paimon bet you had incredible
Eh, it's
luck,
probably nothing.
And Paimon with...
He's definitely aware of it. Or no, he's only pseudo-aware of it.
It's obviously random. Maybe we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe
What
we
is
slept
sleep
too
you speak
much.
of?
Oh, sure.
Huh? Where are you going? You're just...
Still wish some of this would be, you know, acknowledged in story. So why am I running over here? Eh? Why am I going into the tavern?
A feeling of... Oh, Paimon knows what... In that case, Paimon also felt so why'd you run here
So
in
she
such a
did
hurry?
notice.
So that's it. You're intentionally doing things you usually...
Welcome, you two. Are you here for lunch? What would you like to eat? Got it. You don't look like you're from these parts, but I gotta say, you've got good...
Charcoal-baked Angelina cake. Isn't it that burned thing that didn't look tasty at all? Oh, Paimon understands what you're trying to...
So the character is pseudo-aware that we have already done this. Oh. Oh, I actually like that transition.
That thing? Are you really
It
gonna
looks like a
eat it?
fruit that still has its shell on.
Isn't this going a bit too far?
Why was this? Oh, it's
How
a face to
was it?
bite something.
The look on your face is telling Paimon that it tasted awful. Then, you mean... That's impossible. We were just talking about how gross it looked.
Oh, so each
Could this be a
transition is
case of
probably implying a
taste
different
like
repetition.
déjà vu?
Because if this is deja vu and we didn't do this the first time around, so it's happened multiple times then. Okay, standard time travel loop, it seems.
Paimon
And we're
also
not
gives
seeing
the
every loop, we're
impression that we've been here
probably
many
seeing the
times,
transitions
even though
between
we're
them.
regulars.
I thought it was just skipping ahead so we wouldn't get bored, but it's doing that, but also implying we've seen a lot more. So I could probably assume every cut is a new version. Oh. That's pretty cool. Still better than the Infinite or Endless 8 in Haruhi Suzumiya. Impressive that they could do it, but dear God, if you know what I'm talking about, you know. I hope it doesn't go that way.
Hey, Dinyarzad is sitting by herself on that bench over there.
We did kind of just abandon her.
What a coincidence, Dinyarzad. We meet again.
Oh, I ran into some kidnappers just...
Oh wow, we were completely useless to her then.
Are you hurt?
I'm okay. Dia's arm got...
Whew. That's a
And
big
that happened
relief.
again.
But Dinyarzad,
Not at all. I've always been like this.
Honestly, the only difference is she
Excessive
seems
physical
even more
exertion or
tired than the
strong
first time
emotions
around.
tend- Besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days, my time will come to an end.
How many days has this been looping before we entered the scene?
quite follow you. something's really got you down right now.
Imminent death and despair would usually do that, yeah.
It really is fine. I don't mind.
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
Huh? Did something happen?
Dunyarzad, have you ever felt
Oh, is she
deja
experiencing
vu?
it as well?
Deja vu? No. But my days have been the same for years now.
Oh, Paimon sees.
It's almost time.
Wait, so Paimon was... Okay, so she's not just slightly aware. She's completely aware and then just acting like Paimon.
Nilu's
You know, never mind.
dance
That
of
makes
Xerxes
sense.
is about to
Fruit
begin.
fly attention span.
Let's go.
Oh, can we fight them this time? Can we rationalize that there's no consequences because it repeats and try to fight them? I don't think the character would do that, but I want the violence. I'm assuming since we skip forward, it repeated again.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe...
Don't care what you have to say. Still want to
When
fight
we
you, and I
return,
still can't seem
have
to
the
do it.
scribe draft a-
Understood.
Don't
I
care.
The Sub-Zerus.
Blah, blah, blah. Do not care. Want to punch you in the face. That's really my only regret right here. It's not enough baseball bat to the face.
Milu, are you okay?
Have you considered just doing it anyways and saying, fuck you? I'm a fan of this option.
Dunyarzad,
It's okay.
but you've been really looking forward...
It truly is untrue.
True, but...
The next festival.
Wait, what did you just say?
No, nothing. I'll be heading back to rest. Thank you for your...
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did.
No, I shouldn't have skipped that. Oh, well, don't care enough. For some reason, I felt like this outcome was inevitable. We could try violence! Just throwing it out there.
Did Dunyarzad already go back? We should...
It does seem, though, like she's... maybe being worn down or something?
Maybe it really was because of exhaustion.
Feeling pretty groggy. Thought about that. My head does feel very heavy.
Same here.
I swear, if we have to do it again.
Then how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep? For now, we can chat
Squirrel!
things up with exhaustion. We can do more thinking tomorrow.
Yeah, she's saying, I just see a squirrel. That is the cutest thing ever.
A modest drop in the output of Jnana energy, but
Jnana?
you'll still remain within normal parameters.
Continue to monitor the variances in the data.
So we're probably hearing some kind of random sciencey bullshit. I'm sure they're definitely not responsible.
Why does Paimon feel so tired after so much sleep?
Have you considered caffeine? It's how I live.
Anyway, we should go meet Dunyarzad right away.
She's... okay, she just spawned in late. Aw, I don't get infinite flowers. I wanted to steal from them more. I'm disappointed. There's a distinct lack of theft going on right now.
Keep you waiting.
Not at all. I arrived early.
She sounds even more tired.
Paimon thinks he's...
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Okay, the voice actress on this is doing a great job of sounding progressively more completely torn apart. Dear God. Like, I'm actually impressed at that level of performance specifically on it. I do miss how Star Rail has impact on dialogue. Just throwing it out there, I kind of like, you know, where you got small bits of dialogue changes and outcomes and reactions based on it.
Children can enjoy the sub.
God, that mustache.
Oh, are you interested in Yalda candies?
Not much of a choice.
It's not that simple. Each box contains a And there's also lizard... No problem. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from
left to right.
left to right. Which one do you want?
I wonder if I should choose number 4. You know, they should have numbered this to 9 all the way just to have number 9, number 9, number 9, number 9, number 9. And if you get that reference, you've heard number 9 before.
Oh, I like your
God.
confidence. No hesitation at all.
Yeah. And Paimon hasn't figured out you're in a loop yet.
Oh,
What? He was...
that couldn't have been
So
luck.
this is another repeat where he's
How
actually
is this
figuring out more.
possible? I packed all those boxes this morning, and they've been sealed ever. Mind reading? Extra.
Tell us what's going on! Since when did you get superpowers?
Paimon.
Traveler?
Paimon, really? No, seriously, Paimon. Why are you asking how the Traveler got superpowers? You know, the guy who uses powers that you only get from, I was going to say Aeons, but the various Genshin gods, the Archons, no, that's also, those are Aeons, but no, the Archons in this game. And you're talking about really? The guy whose entire superpower is getting all the powers. Nope, 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 not even, nope.
Hey, where are you going?
It's such a stupid line, though. It's like, literally, we throw superpowers around all the time. Okay, I should really stop. It's actually bugging me.
Us leaving Dunya's side without letting her know is kind of rude, you know.
She'll fall asleep. Oh. Nikita's here? Neat. Follow that sassy child. I mean, I know the spoiler about who she is because I got her, but I don't know the details with her yet. Bird in a cage. You know, having gone through Penacony, that means something completely different.
What?
A familiar figure. Overwhelming sense of deja vu. Oh, we've met them before? So even this has happened again. So we've gone through a lot of repeats. We're just seeing the latest one still.
That's...
Bird missing. Cage is open. That's different. Indicating a different change. Also, I'm stealing your shit. You don't get the right to have stuff. That's a privilege reserved to not you. No, that wasn't nearly as far as I thought it would be. Sassy child.
Look! That's... Isn't that Dunya's side?
She wasn't there a second ago.
What's happening here? Why are there two Dunya's odds?
Are we remembering
You
multiple
already know
timelines?
that this isn't your first Sub-Zero's festival, don't you?
Oh.
I'm sure you already know how to use this. A knowledge capsule?
I completely forgot about these
Okay.
things.
What's inside? You should use it too, Paimon. You know Paimon?
I mean, one, you shout your name everywhere, and two, wouldn't a knowledge capsule on Paimon just be the equivalent of throwing it into the void for it to be lost forever? I know what I said.
Well, this
Kinky.
seems kind of sketchy, but Paimon feels like this is what we should do.
How many repeats did they have at this point?
What the?
Days, multiple.
This is our 20th time
Only?
at Sub-Zero's
Oh.
festival?
30th? 40th?
Oh, the 30th? 40th? Just how many times have we been to the Sub-Zero's festival?
A lot.
Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, We wouldn't have even realized.
I'm pretty sure we did, though. We just didn't know what exactly we realized.
What the heck was inside that knowledge capsule?
Knowledge. That literally, you even just... Nope, not even.
Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This isn't the first time we've met, and I answered that question a long time ago.
Oh. I just petted a cat before coming here. I just touched my eye. I did take my allergy medicine today, but the last time I did that, I couldn't stream yesterday. I made a mistake.
Let Paimon think.
Yoink.
Oh, it's coming back. Meeting you was the real catalyst for restoring our memories, and the knowledge capsule was just your means of showing our minds the way.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't even the capsule, even though it was. Sure.
What about everyone else? Why are you only helping the two of us?
Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation...
Wait, what?
You two received the blessing of Dendro. And you also have special, sensitive constitutions.
Wait. Go back a second, little girl. You, too, received the blessing of Dendro. 2. Is this just a translation error? Or is Paimon picking up Archon powers as we go? This is one of those reasons I absolutely wished I could understand Japanese or Chinese so I can put on the other dubs of this, or even just pull up someone's link to it and see what's going on, because I don't... That is a very important sentence right there. Because us collecting power is one thing. If Paimon is also collecting power, that... If it doesn't say that in Chinese and Japanese, it's probably just a translation thing. It doesn't matter. But if it doesn't, then... That bugs me.
It was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness. A familiar question.
Marquis, you want to spoil something? Nah, please don't, man. I kind of like just guessing what's going on. It's fun.
As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. The Dunyarzad you were just with is different from the first Dunyarzad you met.
Yeah, really worn down.
That first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left. Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida.
You introduced yourself before?
Good. You passed the test.
What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you seem like you know what's going on. Oh, wait. Please don't tell Paimon even you don't know.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called the samsara. You, me, and everyone else are all stuck inside the one-day samsara.
And we've already seen that in other locations, talking about the cycle of souls with Hu Tao, which I mentioned earlier. And considering this is a MiHoYo game, really wish we had a Kiana to say fuck that shit and maybe pull someone out of it right now.
As for the truth, that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of discovering it yourselves, it would literally blow your minds. I don't know how you'd be after that. I can only give you surface level help, like bits of information and subtle hints. For the rest of the time, I'll be doing all I can to slow down Dunyarzad's illness.
Wait. Does that mean technically we have the nerfed version of Nahida? Because the full power version would just be telling people things to blow up their minds? Talk fu indeed.
She looks like she isn't doing well at all. Her illness gets worse after each Sub-Zero's festival.
Yeah.
If we can break out of the samsara, I might be able to save her. But as things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's about to lose its last feathers. All I can do is raise a gale to delay her fall.
You
I
sure
think you're the
love to
wrong
use weird
Archon for Gale
analogies.
metaphors. And you're not nearly drunk enough to be the other one.
Analogies are wonderful tools. They let you use existing knowledge to understand unfamiliar things.
Writing major, I
Okay,
get this.
so-
I agree with this.
With what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
Oh god, one of these. Ugh, I've hated this part of the game so much. Ugh, they're so annoying.
The moon, illusions, and lie. My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on?
1, wow, we get to hear his voice. 2, yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow, that is, yeah. Oh, shit, I didn't mean to do that.
Okay, so, with what you know so far,
Didn't know I can go to that.
what do you think the truth is?
Ugh, god, I hate these.
What's happening right now seems to have happened. The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of..." We've already experienced the Sub-Zerus festival many times, and... We've already experienced the Sub-Zero. That doesn't sound right.
I have no idea what I'm doing right now, and I hate
Grand
everything about
Sage
this.
said, the moon. We've already The Grand Sage said, that should be it. That should be it.
A time loop.
Still the wrong
I
answer?
hate this part of the game.
Paimon thought that made a lot of sense.
A simple
I mean,
time
this-
loop
this
can't
isn't
explain some
complicated.
of the phenomena.
It's more
That's where
who's
we're still
doing it. I'm
missing a
assuming because we
lot
hear
of
the things
information.
about connections at the stage or someone
Unfortunately,
technical.
I can't give you any more hints.
This is a pretty straightforward scenario.
Dunyarzad.
The Sub-Zerus festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite...
I mean, it is an interesting way that they're giving you a specific time limit in the sense of a character, but... And we probably just had another location loop, didn't we?
And to do that,
I love the transitions in this
idea of
section, though.
time
That is really well done.
Paimon's memories say that we've already
Honestly, I
done
wish
this
more
many
games would do
times,
transitions
but
like that.
Let's go talk to people again.
Oh, do we have to actually do this part? Really? Do we have to talk to people? Oh god, the NPC dialogue is never good. Maybe I'll be wrong. Still, I am disturbed by the lack of violence we are engaging in.
Hey there.
Mind if I
Hey,
squash your
it's
melons?
You guys again.
Cut your sensitivas?
Where's your cultured friend?
Still be surprised how giant your blueberries are?
She's
Nope.
feeling a little unwell.
I see.
Yeah,
Did you come
Pedro,
back
it's
to buy
simple to know
something?
what's happening, but not the
I
how.
guarantee
And
the
that's the part that I
freshness
do
of
find
my
interesting, the
products.
how.
I harvested them from the forest
We're just not
yesterday.
at there.
Huh? What brought this about? What kind of Phyllis? Didn't you know that?
We already know no one else is doing that. That's part of what everyone else has been reacting to.
Dream? Is everyone dreaming? True. Anyway, if this all really were...
And when we dreamed, we heard the voice of those people talking about an experiment.
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person? Ooh, I knew it! I told you, the god's divination is highly accurate. You just hadn't fully understood its significance yet.
I hate how the game is validating him.
You're really excited about this, huh? That's exactly why we came back.
Oh, Lone Wolf Jedi. No, honestly, the voicing is fine. I just don't think their dialogue is that engaging so far. Hold on, man. Personally, I'd say the perfume seller in Leeway has anyone else beat. Because goddamn, man.
Admitting that you don't have a clue?
Anyway, what kind
I
of
don't think it's
situation
admitting,
did
it's
you
more
get
just
into?
obvious.
Huh? Hold on a second. What you just said, are you serious?
Paimon knew you weren't
You
going
live
to
in a
believe it.
world of magic. Sirius is overrated.
Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the
Oh
interpretation
god, why does this guy
of
have to
your
be the one to believe
divination.
us?
The moon.
When you say it
Why
like
this guy?
that,
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more. The book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fear.
So that's how it is. Looks like fortune telling is just fortune telling. We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to?
Ah, Dia's better. I'm just glad he's not talking about the mustache man.
We tried talking
It
to her a
just,
couple
it's
of
so
times, but
bushy.
She always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again?
Maybe.
Yeah. If we tap into Dia's strong sense of responsibility as a mercenary, at this time of day.
Would she still be fighting the kidnappers if she's completely, you know, comatose at this point? Oh yeah, she got up again. We probably went through another time loop.
I'm fine, my lady.
Perfect timing.
Paimon, Traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous Huh?
You want the Traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers around. Did Paimon get that right?
How did you know what I was going to say?
And yeah, Marquise, the voice acting here beats Wuwa a lot. I'd say so some of the time. Wuwa has a few moments where I think the voice acting is really good. Unfortunately, I think a lot of it was the direction was just so bad. And then some of the lines they have are... The end of the 1.0 story was really good. And I think the voice acting in it was really on just perfect for what it needed to be. Some of the time. But early on was rough, man. And from what I heard, a few people mentioned that in the closed beta, it was different and better. So I have no idea if they changed it down just to make it simpler or if they felt they had to introduce more characters to make sure you saw everyone, which that's stupid. Because, you know, they just threw a bunch of characters at us and it's like, we don't care. It doesn't matter. On the other hand, yeah. Sorry, I love the ending of WoW's 1.0. I love the combat. I love the plot twist. I love when they do anything that's slightly mind-bending. The more times they take us to individual, unique locations, the better the game gets. Honestly, their general open world isn't nearly as interesting as when they do specific instance of a dungeon where they've crafted everything, because they always look so cool. Personal opinion, of course.
We need to say something convincing.
People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon. Dia sold her greatsword. Dia sold her
I already
greatsword.
heard that.
The moon, a loop. My mind feels. Dia sold her.
Yoink.
Traveler.
Yeah.
I didn't tell anyone about that, including Miss Dunyarzad.
All right. So this is
Yeah, picked the right one right off the bat. Wait, the
kinda
bookseller's
hard
the
to
same
believe what
VA
you
as
just told me.
Yorvok? Marco
First,
Meeple?
let me
Really?
make something clear.
Oh!
Most of us
God damn, I didn't know he had more than one
the
piece.
scholarly type,
Not
but
bad.
we do have basic common sense.
See, that's just completely unfair. No one has basic common sense. Common sense is more uncommon than anything. Honestly, I believe there's winning lottery tickets that are more common being found on the street than common sense. I mean, I definitely know I don't have it.
she's quieter than usual. Uninterested.
Yeah, she isn't the same as before, but her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh?
At first?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about. I'll go rest on the bench over there.
Mental fog.
My lady, are you angry?
I don't think she has enough energy for that.
All right, I'll give you the benefit.
Still regretting the distinct lack of violence, though. Yeah, the one problem with using Arlecchino, not being able to turn the look random directions as easily. Marquis heading up because you're tired? No, good point, man. Thanks for dropping in. It's a lot later than I normally stream, so yeah. And be aware of the time because I will get stabbed by my wife. That's not how late is it already? Oh, it's yeah. Thanks for the heads up. It's already been an hour. She teleported over here pretty fast.
Nahida, we brought a friend. Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here.
We just wanted her to see the real
Dunyarzad?
Huh?
I told you that you two are special.
Other people can't see them?
Other people
Oh.
can't-
Interesting.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Wow. How perceptive. Does she have invisible antennae?
They're
Miss
called hair.
Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she?
Her condition's really bad.
I can sense her aura. There are also lingering feelings of something like regret. Or
Do you believe us now?
Interesting. Honestly, too bad her character just
So,
doesn't really play
you
well.
think the sages?
yeah, they've always been against us.
Can we finally
Wouldn't
fight
surprise me
them?
If they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sub-Zeru's festival as a sick joke.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the only ones in Sumeru who could pull off something like this. Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know.
The inner FGO fan in me is just getting a kick out of everything they just said. Oh, man. Ugh.
Right. Didn't you awaken?
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the god of wisdom's
So her
power.
gnosis has already been removed,
It
huh?
compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
A gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so
Isn't that just the
magical.
reverse
It's
Hersher
being powered
of...
by the gnosis
no,
of Sumeru's
like-
Archon.
Yeah, it's the reverse Hersher of reason at that point. It's compiling knowledge instead of compiling people. Yeah.
So, this Nahida
She said, and Paimon quotes, the Akasha relies...
compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people.
I wonder if you should just take
Wait.
those things off your ear.
I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people of all...
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh, yeah. That sounds about right. What do you think?
We're going to do that stupid, like, multi-choice. Ah, there it is.
People in Sumeru. Okay, Nahida said that doesn't sound right.
No, do I have to actually go to another one? Oh, crap, I didn't mean to press that. Ah,
the grants...
hate these so much.
Sages enter
You can't...
new knowledge into the... Oh, yeah. That sounds about
Trying to
right.
skip ahead. Yeah.
That doesn't sound right. I need people in Sumeru. My mind feels what's happening right now seems to have happened before.
You mean the Akasha is causing our men... When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, knowledge always comes at a price. Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us? Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there?
What's the point of doing something like that?
Pretty good
Just
control
think
device.
about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a single massive brain.
Considering my opinion of this city so far, yes, then you have a giant brain of dumb people. I have a very low opinion of them.
This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest geniuses can't crack.
That's not how hive minds work. Sorry, this is more of a sci-fi thing here. Having more brain mass doesn't make you smarter. It just gives you more capabilities. But if you're thinking 1,000 thoughts simultaneously and they're all wrong,
An excellent
A
deduction.
correct insight is more
And the
important
analogy
than massive
comparing
amounts.
Sumeru City to a massive brain? I love it.
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away.
Can you?
Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a
Have we considered violence yet? I'm still a fan of it.
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it? Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're
Oh, the world's
talking
actually
about.
tilting as we're pulling back on this
It's a
one.
single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from the Akasha terminal.
Mm-hmm.
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway.
Mm-hmm. Basically, in my opinion, what they're basically doing is being used as RAM. A stick of RAM, you plug it in, helpful. You plug too many in there, it's like, I got 300 gigabytes of RAM. I'm using 16. But I have it, and it's amazing. Yeah. Personal opinion. I know they're talking more about CPU, but makes more sense this way to me. Still hear the beep.
Traveler!
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep. We took off our Akasha terminals.
And we're fading out. And because of the joking or jerking around and the colorization. Maybe casualties.
We cannot lose all of our
So they're just going to start killing people. Lovely. Would really like violence right now. I'm assuming she's dead, huh?
Paimon remembers everything!
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night. But we
Probably an
still
ambient
heard that
field more than an
beep.
individual device then.
Why is that? But now we can at least confirm one thing. Oh, Paimon doesn't get it.
The Akasha is limited to the
Why would
city, so if you're not
Akasha go
inside of
this
it, doesn't
far?
matter.
All
So
it wants is everybody's wisdom.
the terminals are probably not actually what's granting the knowledge, it's just being in the city, and you're getting to access it yourself as a personal input device, not the actual device itself. So they'd be more like a keyboard, essentially, as opposed to the PC.
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why they're being treated the way they are.
If we're lab rats, then what are you?
I guess I'm the moon.
That is a loaded phrase.
The moon?
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth, so you should focus on other things.
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday, so let's go find her.
Did she? Wait, we're even having the time travel little thing on the screen this once?
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Have we ever decided just to fight them ourselves?
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
Her arm is not injured. And that apparently was individual changes to her character model. Impressive.
You didn't...
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs.
I mean, yes.
Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told...
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
I don't know. If she has the aura feeling thing, considering how mysticism works here, she probably has something still.
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new... It's as if I've already used it to fight a countless number of battles.
I hate how that actually makes sense.
You're saying that although you don't remember...
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory. Only knowing the theory of battle won't get you anywhere.
Oh my god, is her memory literally based on the fact that she's a meathead? Sure. Sure, let's go with that one.
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful.
So they're probably a signal amplifier, if anything else, then.
Oh, you're right. Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no clue what you two are talking about, but...
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to...
How did you know what I was gonna say? Can you read minds?
Yes. I'm reading Paimons right now. I hear nothing.
Forget it.
Why are we still going through with all of this? Like, legitimately, why don't we just literally storm the academia? At this point, we know they're responsible, and I don't see a downside to it.
Aside from Dia not getting injured, everything seems to
When
have
they
stayed
know
the
they're already
same.
breaking through.
Listen,
Am I the only one
Anita,
thinking that?
We found out that Dia got out. Do you think the Samsara has been broken? Have we saved Dunyarzad?
No. No, that's stupid. We
Really?
haven't.
Good job on all that
Hey, what kind of an answer is that?
That you're an idiot.
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that for sure is if you experience tomorrow. How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? Does tomorrow truly exist as anything beyond a made-up concept?
Actually, what she's just saying is a fascinating philosophical argument that is made in reality, that time is illusion. It's more just positioning of matter, and that it doesn't actually matter too much because it could also be cyclical for all we know. But also, there's a lot of information going other ways, so it's hard to say, because at this point, it's all philosophical, because anything that could actually test it is so incredibly obtuse at this point that it doesn't matter. But those are actually concepts that exist in philosophy, as well as potentially quantum mechanics. Yeah, it's fun. Very confusing, though.
It's even possible that this entire world is a lie.
Isn't
and
it?
the history of the whole world has just been one endless Sub-Zero's festival.
I mean, wasn't that already established in, like, the first patch or something, when they had Scaramouche say the stars were a lie? If the sky is a lie, I'm assuming everything under it was as well. Honestly, my personal headcanon is that all of Genshin is just happening in a simulated universe at this point.
Okay,
Is it?
okay,
Probably not.
no
They'd be funny.
more. Paimon's brain is already shut down.
That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy thinking about things you will learn tomorrow. Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety dookie away.
Not worth it.
Huh? Hold on, what did you just say? Did Paimon hear you correctly?
Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you could try that.
Yeah, please
Is that
don't.
so strange?
Yes.
It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for words. You were sounding kind of smart just a minute ago. Yeah. Even though it's happy and lively at the Sub-Zero's festival
Is
every
Nahida
day,
getting dumber or something?
feels like it's been a long time
Duke,
since
Duke.
we've really gotten to relax.
And there's the beep again. Have we considered leaving the city? Hell, have we considered taking someone out of it? Oh, hey, look at that. Give me power and give everyone else death. Counterpoint. Time for a
Still
revolution.
on the same day.
She figured it out pretty fast.
Nahida,
Nope, never mind.
you already knew last night that we didn't break out of the Samsara? Why did you tell us?
Because you're an idiot.
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that doesn't come by often, and I thought it might help you clear your minds.
Did it?
Paimon thought that Duke did that! Whatever. Guess you were looking out for us after all.
I hate that we have confirmation that Paimon has biological functions. I was always just assuming she was an infinite black hole, and I did not need to know that.
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been everything to me.
Paimon's flattered pattern and everything, but... What I mean is, in other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist. That's why you two have been everything to me. Get it?
Because no one could perceive you?
About confusing stuff again. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help? Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory?
Fighting skills have been improving. Illness has gotten worse. So it's not that it's a time loop, it's a functional time loop. Oh, so it's more like a Gray Boy effect. Got it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Gosh, how did we not
So
notice
time is
that?
progressing,
In a simple
but the
time
people
loop,
inside it are just being
people's physical
reset.
conditions should also reset. So, what's your new hypothesis?
Physical reset and not remembering? Bodily memories?
Mercenaries rely heavily on muscle memory, and Dia was able to use her experiences to avoid injury in later samsara cycles.
Accurate. Let's see if it's the right one. Ah, jeez, I hate these.
If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day, then... Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate. We've already experienced this. The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha The moon, a loop. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound...
Is that still a functional time loop, though?
Every night could just be indicating the deletion of our memories.
Still a functional time loop,
When
though.
we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zero's festival hasn't happened, but muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia has been getting better at using her great... a brilliant deduction.
Still seems like it's functionally a time loop with extra steps involved.
Tell us if we're right or... To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because you focused too much on your perception that it glows. That isn't simple at all!
Wait, those things aren't fireflies? I thought they were just a big type of one. Huh.
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again? You might learn something new. Right! She did help us find our latest clue after all. Let's go!
Alright, which way do we go? It seems like they're very much trying to complicate this. Like, oh yeah, we're not having time travel. We're having us... Genshin, are you alright? Looks like you're a little drunk.
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also...
Get hurt? Why would I?
Well, you're still getting...
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt...
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of... Oh, that works!
Cutting the chase, noise.
What happened to you guys while I was gone?
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying at face value.
I have the cult of
Alright then,
the
let me get
gotcha.
this straight. You're telling me
Spit
that my
your life to
body's
it.
already gotten used to this great...
Yes, your memories...
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
You sure about that?
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zeru's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used, the money we spent, the food we ate? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed that.
Makes sense. And also implying by her asking us to talk to her, so we've already had this conclusion, but we're not actually succeeding. Lovely.
Right. They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources to replenish everything.
Or they're functionally just changing reality in a limited area.
No, it is impossible. I've got proof.
You have proof? Where?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Fine, I'll come with me. Miss Dunyarzad, please come along as well. I still can't guarantee that this area is safe.
And she's also had no more lines for a while now. So functionally, not even an NPC anymore.
It's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
But this is definitely not 2 days ago, because Nahida already knew to ask her about it, so it's probably already happened. Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah, babe.
Huh? This is a wooden training dummy.
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice.
Yes.
Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force,
Oh, Laura's lost. You
angle,
played this
and
at 3
entry
a.m.
point of
Oh,
each
God.
strike is
That would
calculated
be a
and
mind effort
deliberate.
right at that point.
That's why I remember every mark on the dummy. It's just as they say. Each swordsman has their own unique style. And even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice.
So
It would be
basically the answer
impossible to
is
copy these marks.
magic. I mean, it probably basically is going to be space Genshin magic. Oh, no. Fantasy Genshin magic. Space is Star Rail. My apologies.
Is it really impossible? What if they use some fancy machine to
Okay, that's
carve
just stupid.
every single
There's
mark?
Paimon saying it, though.
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies
Yeah,
here.
joke's on them,
At a
and AI
mere
took out
glance,
both.
I can differentiate carved marks
Is
from
it
the
like 2 a.m.
results
for
of
me?
combat
Nah, it's
training.
about 8. Oh. It's not 2 a.m., but it's also still too late. Well, crap baskets. Oops.
Whew. I hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars lately?
What?
It's surprisingly fun.
Brain
Anyway,
exercise?
it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage.
You know, if we know
See you
we're already
later.
repeating it, can we just go have violence, please?
Back to square one. But at least we've... Yep, that's true. So, can we... Strange?
Seriously, just
I'm
resort
not
to
here for
violence. If there's no
everything's been
downside, there's
strange
no
lately.
downside.
Huh?
Wait, they never thought of that?
Leaving
Oh.
the city?
I thought it's just because we're stuck on this.
You're right. It's really strange how we never thought of such a simple solution. Paimon can't believe it. Did we miss this because we're tunnel vision? How about
I
we
mean,
go back
to be
and
fair,
ask
tunnel
Nahida?
vision is completely accurate.
Maybe we forgot
But that maybe is why they're also continuing to repeat so many actions all the time instead of just, you know, violence. Unless they're actively editing impulses, such as why we aren't doing violence. Huh. Yeah, I'm on East Coast time right now, so it's about 8 o'clock right now, and I got probably another half hour before my wife gets You know, I was going to say mad, but let's be honest, she'll probably like, that's fine, dear. So worse, she'll get disappointed. I'd like disappointed less. Honestly, I'm still wondering when we're eventually going to get worlds other than Teyvat, considering literally in the beginning of the game, they said there's multiple worlds. It's kind of like they're just going on one big star rail, except we're just, you know, only on the first planet and really fleshing it out. That would be a cool way to end part 1 of Genshin.
You're back early today. Did you find something?
Sort of. We're mostly sure now.
Leaving the city. As far as I remember, you've mentioned your plans to do that twice before.
Did we ever do it, though?
We did? But we don't remember anything.
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was.
Never came back the whole
Oh,
night.
it's
So in other
probably
words,
more
it's a
accurate
physical
to say that
reset to a
both times
point.
You never came back the whole night. But
Pedro, you wouldn't
two
count Other
sometimes
Worlds?
stay out the entire
I
night
would,
anyway.
if only because when
So
they
at the
finish
time,
Teyvat,
I
they'll
didn't
probably
think
want
too
to
much
keep
about it.
making the game because money.
It is true that sometimes we lose
They'll probably
track
just do a
of time
part 1
during
like they
our
did for Honkai.
investigations. Before we know it, it'll already be the next day.
Really? That's kind of strange. In theory, I should have already awakened all your memories.
So theoretically, there's others of us then? Tevat is a continent, not a planet. Oh, Afton, I was not aware of that. Thought it was the name of the planet. Well, probably other continents then. And when they finally finish that, although I have a distinct impression that this is going to turn out to be a fake world, because at this point it kind of feels like we're going to be riding on the back of a turtle or something. I know what I said.
Yep, something here's definitely fishy. Let's get to the bottom of this tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to hate that freaking beep.
Our memories are back!
Yay!
About that.
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another. Listen to it and you'll understand.
Have we considered just
Can't
like
go back.
stealing some people?
There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Countless spaces?
Traveler, you should
Also,
be
hey, we
missing
finally got
2
voice acting!
days worth of
Other than that
memories.
stupid mini
I
game.
wanna fill you in.
Does it really kind of say 2 days
Carry
ago?
out our plan from yesterday. Okay,
What do they mean many spaces? Oh my god, we're even getting to play in the film grain. Hi everyone, welcome to Genshin Mexico. Today we're going to be playing the ultimate game of violence. Is what I would like to say, but unfortunately we're still going pacifist and I can overwrite this. Wait, was there a... There was one right there and I never activated it. Wow, this actually kind of bugs me. Screw you, game. I'm going home.
Why can't we leave the city?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage.
Have we considered violence?
I have a real emergency. My good.
That's your problem. Make sure you...
But it's not
I'm
like
a big fan of the violence option. Can we just do it?
In advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for... Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave?
Here we go again. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have...
Have you considered being beaten to a pulp? I am a fan of this option.
If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own
Finally!
hands. Why don't we... This is a good spot. And the guard... Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind? But...
I thought they were going to use violence.
Get really weird out there and you get into some... Oh, Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but... okay. I promise Paimon
She
that
really
you
doesn't
come
like
back
being
as soon as
separated.
possible. Just a quick look, and please...
So what do we get to see?
Memories!
And it cut out. She really doesn't like being separated.
Paimon would never... Paimon
He just
waited
disappeared.
For hours and hours at the city wall, and you never came back. You promised Paimon that you were only taking a
Closed space then.
Paimon, calm down. He's here.
Paimon doesn't care. Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay. Paimon was so worried.
So you cease to exist unless you exist in this area. It does feel like a closed space. And Paimon freaked out more about that than literally everything else.
Okay. Paimon, okay. Paimon, can you tell us your
Did she just say she was
perspective
worried we
of
went to a
what really
different
happened
world?
yesterday?
Isn't that like what the traveler's supposed to be able to do? Maybe I misread that.
I see. Using two
Yoink.
people's
Just gonna look at my own chat.
perspectives.
After that, you left the city.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Kept
Already
her
late.
eyes on you the whole time.
I monitor my
Then
chat
you
on my little phone. Is what I like to say, but it never
in an
works
instant.
because it's too small to read. Is there any 100 anything?
No way! Paimon...
What's your
Does
perspective,
Paimon have
traveler?
full attention?
You sure you do? I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried.
So, if we leave the city...
So they only exist as they currently do whenever they're able to remember it.
It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden on purpose. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like A message? But how can we send it back?
What about a rope?
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well... okay.
Yep, now we're...
And a different day just passed. She's covering her face now. Was that always happening? Indicating a lot more days are passing. But something like this would have already happened because they mentioned it happened to her as a kid.
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal?
You made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages. I just tweaked it so that it could connect to any node.
To make something
Node?
like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha like the back of your
Oh,
hand.
they haven't figured out who she is
Anyway,
yet.
we can use this now to record a
Honestly, I'm so
message,
used to just
right?
thinking, oh yeah, it's the Archon, that I never even figured that wouldn't be
I'll
in
help you
game
save
yet.
the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status and signal coverage when they're outside the city.
We'll never know until we try. Let's go then. Let's expose the... All right. Okay. See you tomorrow. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Oy.
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive 2 messages from you when you were outside.
Oh, what were they?
Okay.
Can we
now
see
that
those,
you
please?
understand what's going on.
My god. The sun turned off.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights.
Howling fish?
All these spaces are empty except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
Kind of like what Dunyazard is reverted to.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru city space when you set foot outside of the walls. But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable. And if we take your word for it, the other spaces all had very weird contents.
There's another part here. We only received it last night.
These
Was it last
spaces
night,
have been
or-
disappearing one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky.
Oh?
And now, even the final space has also disappeared.
So there were more and they're all disappearing.
Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Oh, it's the breakdown. What, is it just being remade all the time, constantly?
Why did the message end right there?
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep.
The message. It should have come from
After the beep, Traveler said, even...
Traveler. What do you think that final space could have been?
A animation on YouTube that did not get enough credit. I have no idea. I've actually never seen the show, but I heard it's good.
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. A lack of human presence. Was that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space just...
I mean, we've seen that this world is not real, considering how people interact with it. The chasm, for example, is a really good example of this ain't normal shit.
My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that...
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sub-Zeru's festival, also disappears.
I wonder what the other spaces
and we're
would be.
taken to the next day. Later
Or are they
on,
just doing simulations of other
Traveler
worlds
also
based on
mentioned
something?
a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Do lots of new spaces appear every day? Paimon's head is spinning.
It feels like an idiot is running a supercomputer or something.
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods fought over 7 seats. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret.
Yeah?
Wow, the Archon War, huh? That's an analogy.
Wasn't expecting an Archon War reference.
Hey!
Yeah, I'm cutting through the grass. Yeah, I'm a rebel. Still does look pretty. I do wonder what we're eventually going to see, because it feels like they're leading up to something.
Do you want some alone time to think? Alright then, Paimon won't disturb you.
I give it 5 seconds. Oh, did we actually get a cutscene where she didn't disturb us? I didn't know she was able to do that. Ooh.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. Why don't you go at...
Okay then. See you later.
Have we considered the violence option yet?
Have you figured it out yet?
Or maybe it's mental compulsion, like the entire no leaving the city that you have to get over. I still want just the violence option.
Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait.
The empty illusions of the Siberius Festival. I don't mind this, but I think the delivery could be a little less trying to make it seem more difficult than it is. Maybe Nahida's line actually bugged me a bit, saying like, if I told you what this is, your mind would explode. Unless it is literally going to pop for her telling you. 1, cool. 2, I'm going to be a little disappointed if it's turned out to be really simple. Hey, what's up, Azim? Did Wua make the Genshin Impact gameplay hard? Joke's on you. With my luck on rolls, this game has always been hard because I literally have never been able to get higher than 20% on Relic until recently. Yeah. Apparently, if you are incapable of rolling high enough stats on any Relic, no matter what, for years, the game remains hard. Who would have thought? Pedro, the build-up is thematically good. I like that aspect. I just feel like I almost wish it was more cutscene, like an actual cutscene, not just moving through the moments, but actual animated cutscenes going into in-depth documentation of what's happening. It feels like that would be almost more warranted right now to make it a little more engaging. It's not bad.
You're back.
If anything, I hope when they do an anime, they skip to something like this because seeing them portray might be more interesting.
Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate from the festival?
In other words, she knew the entire time.
Okay.
Yoink.
First off, have you discovered the hidden truth?
That we should have gotten for violence all the time?
Okay. Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power.
Have we considered just ripping the
compiles
gnosis
the
out of
wisdom
Nahida?
of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people. We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival. All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in the moon, illusions. People in Sumeru don't dream.
I guess I have to pick this one.
What a strange phenomenon. Those spaces remind me of... I can't seem... People in That doesn't sound right.
I'm just pushing buttons at this point.
People in
I do not care enough. No, fuck!
You're
Lord
back.
cheeseburgers.
I've been
Nice.
waiting forever for you two. Judging by, are you ready to take your Sub-Zeros? Okay. First off,
The vibe's
you
getting to me.
discovered the
Honestly, I don't
hidden
mind that.
truth?
I just hate whenever they pull this up. I've seen it in a few other areas in the game, and I always find that they're just dumb. I don't like their design on this.
We are all in a dream.
I really don't like them.
It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Rather, the Akasha is taking their dreams from them.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth is the Akasha steals their dreams without them
Oh, so you'd be
knowing
seeing the other dreams
it.
around
And those
them.
spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host.
Neat.
That would explain why they sounded so weird when he was trying to describe
You can even say
them.
dreamlike, and honestly, I wish they'd animated that. That would be cool.
People in Sumeru
But I like
do
descriptions of
dream
dream.
after all.
So that's
In
neat.
fact, we're all in one big dream together right now.
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this?
Meta knowledge.
The Akasha relies on the power of an. It is the manifestation. It compiles the wisdom of the and it grants knowledge. It compiles.
That doesn't sound right.
Really? Because compiling knowledge would imply taking.
That doesn't sound.
Honestly, they're all not bad
Oh,
options. It's just-
okay.
ugh.
Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right?
Dream controlling creatures?
That would explain why
Honestly,
the
I completely
Akasha
forgot
has
about these
the
ones already.
ability to But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom?
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
No. No,
So
that,
in other
what?
words,
No.
the complete opposite
Whatever.
of how Hypatia understood it. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
In other words, trying to store knowledge from themselves because
So
they know
it
what they're
was all
taking.
a dirty trick?
Yeah.
The real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own use, huh?
Can we get to the violence yet?
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then,
Literally
what about
nothing
the
that's happened
Samsara?
at this point she couldn't have told us.
The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. But as soon as that beep sounded, many more spaces materialized. Those dreamscapes kept vanishing.
Did this just
But as soon
double
as
up?
that beep sounded, more new space. The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. My mind feels exhausted. We've already experienced the Sub-Zero.
Seriously, am I the only one seeing these things?
can't
Like,
seem to
is it
cohesively
doubled
piece
just for me?
everything
Am I going
together.
crazy right now? I feel like I'm going crazy at this point.
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zero's festival along with everyone else's.
Implying the
While the now
Sumeru's
vacant
festival
dreams
would
are
be its
harvested
own
by the
unique event
Akasha.
with magic properties
No
then.
one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream, and so begins another samsara cycle. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again harvested by the Akasha, and so it continues.
So basically, it's literally just a power play of, so what if they die? I get what I want out of this, and we can get more victims. Ugh.
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine. Did Paimon get that analogy right?
And it functions
Very good,
similar
Paimon.
to a time loop in how you
Using
perceive it
analogies
because your
well
mind's
is an
being wiped.
excellent habit to get into.
Okay, so that
But
beep
why
we
couldn't
keep
she just
hearing
tell
is
us this?
actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything.
Oh.
Alright, last question. Who am I?
Lies.
Now that I think about it, wasn't illusions?
Isn't this all the same answer, though?
Think about. They say that
Unless all of them are going to be accurate. Literally Enna's dream, yeah. No, Enna actually wanted good things, was benevolent, but just going about it the wrong way. Honestly, yeah, Enna very much felt in Star Rail like the good person going too far. Where this feels like assholes being assholes.
That doesn't sound...
Literally, it's all the same thing.
I thought that one would be the hardest question. That wasn't, now that you mention
Honestly,
it.
even the choices are stupid because they're the same answer regardless, because they all were conflated. Or conflated.
It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Yes,
I mean, even when they get options, just the same question back and forth, so it doesn't matter.
On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you...
Can humans really keep dreaming forever?
No, people will die.
Will it ever end?
I mean, how many of them probably starved?
When?
I mean, just considering the water aspect right there.
This question. Eventually, there's only so much that people can tolerate.
No, I mean, literally, if they're not doing something to keep people hydrated, they would have died after 3 days.
This relentless exploitation.
People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing.
It's like the guy in charge is an asshole. Who would have thought? Have we chosen violence yet?
I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it really just be a coincidence?
Even you don't know the reason?
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost.
They probably based it on this because it's something that would inspire people's creativity. Steal the creativity.
I don't know anything about it. Traveler, do you have any information?
No, Joy, another one.
Those spaces remind me of...
It's like the dreamer was removed.
Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of... The Grand Sage said...
Now I'll just submit this because... Oh, it's actually the right one?
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean...
Are they trying to make a replacement?
You asked me this question before. My answer was, it would literally blow your minds.
I'm assuming that was literal, but I'm disappointed if it's not.
This answer should hopefully make more sense. Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this instead of you learning it on your own?
Yeah, that's a stupid wives' tale. You do that anyways. Sorry, things like that piss me off.
Your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. I couldn't expose you to that kind of risk.
I mean, considering there's always a chance that this is something else's dream of a god, who knows? Maybe that's the reality all the time. And it would be funny if it turns out that's actually what's going on. The reason she's trying not to break it is because realizing it is a good way to get deleted.
That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions.
Actually, that would literally blow your mind because you would be literally having your mind blown off with the rest of you. If it turns out dream within a dream and this is actually an inception thing the entire time, that would actually be a funny twist. Oh god, are we getting windfished? Like, not in the Sumeru, but like, all of Genshin is going to turn out to be a windfish. At this point, I'm actually kind of like, yeah, I think that's going to be what happens.
Can humans really keep...
We already asked that question.
Especially people's lives are at stake.
Mm-hmm.
Firstly, this dream
memory removal
is completely based on reality.
Mm-hmm.
People have already experienced the... Secondly, that's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway.
Accurate.
And in any case, so whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sumeru's festival, they...
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia forest.
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. Meanwhile, Everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sub-Zero's Festival Samsara, while their dreams are stolen from them over and over again.
And we walked into it after they had already started harvesting dreams. So when they said they have no dreams, it's because we were then pulled into a dream and probably lost time. Ah. Which would also mean we probably haven't actually ever met Denyazard, have we? Unless we did actually get in at day 1 by accident.
Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard. After we end the Sub-Zero's Festival Samsara, we have to look into them.
Can we do it with a baseball bat? Maybe a sword? Violence?
This is ridiculous! In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
A sun and a moon? Nahida's talking in riddles again.
Ah, it's the fucking beep.
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow. See you then.
Seriously, at some point we're just going to need violence.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon
She doesn't like being called that, does she?
Hey! What's wrong, Nahida?
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
She's dead.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the
Which means when we get back to reality, she'll be a husk. That'll suck.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait.
It's like we were taking our time.
Dunyarzad. Just what is she? Is she also going to disappear?
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely.
Puppets? Didn't Inazuma do a bunch of those?
Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream. So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block of the dream that helps to keep it going.
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real Dunyarzad.
Very,
Puppets
very
are
tired.
stiff and can't copy a living person's vitality. After all, they're just there as filler. You know, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might not have been too different from a puppet.
Yeah?
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness.
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thoughts. It was as if she only lived to stall her Elazar.
I mean, look on the upside. Elazar isn't what killed her in the end. And what puts her body out of its misery. Yeah, that's worse.
I gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person.
So you can
But
grant
even
people
so,
wisdom.
She's still far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine if you had to drink as much as Venti to keep up with him? Truly, you have a long way to go, little girl. And probably at his point, a lot of blood alcohol poisoning. You know, saying real Archon means a lot less, considering the first one we met is Venti. The bar is very low.
I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sub-Zero's festival with so many regrets.
As opposed to Venti, who
Please don't
had
beat
us do it.
yourself up over it, Nahida.
Granted, you did kind of stall.
And there's a
I'm not beating myself up. All I did was to rationally observe the distance between myself and a real Archon.
Boo.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad.
And you're far too professional at this point.
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the samsara as soon as possible.
Great, but how do we do that?
Actually, Azim, you're saying that Nahida's the youngest, but I thought, the Raiden Shogun was the youngest. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Although the Sub-Zero's festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to create them.
And when they take the dreams from people, they just get a snapshot and not the actual dream itself.
That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Wouldn't it also mean if they're stealing the dream from someone that as soon as they take it from the person, the entire data set they're using becomes invalid?
How should we find that person?
That's just too technical. Let's not get into that.
If this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their consciousness. Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream.
Does that mean we can randomly punch people so hard they break and get chained in a bunch of lights? Because that would be a nice change at this point.
Imagination? What do you mean by that?
I have no idea what a Genshin game, sorry, a Honkai, sorry, a MiHoYo game talking about imagination would mean.
Like when the server at a
It gives you
tavern
space
brings
cancer.
a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream will respond in kind, and the server really will bring you gold and mora. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that...
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Again, there is a very solid way to do this. Excessive violence. If everybody dies because the tree is lit on fire, someone's gonna be like, what is going on? And then everyone's fine. It's truly the best option. We need to go full on Elden Ring. Burn the air tree.
And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're dreaming?
Same way you always do. Cut them.
After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker.
Wake the sleepwalker.
It's extremely difficult, yes.
Make
But
him
the
wake and
only
weep
ones
and
who
even.
can do it are you two. Remember, everything you've achieved up to this point has all been for the sake of finding the host and ending the samsara. As for me, during this time, I'll be out of town.
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the traveler went?
Wouldn't it be obvious, though, that she is the dreamer then? Because she's the
I
god?
want to try something. There must still be a small
But now she's aware of it, so that can't be the case.
Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises.
I mean, unless it's a
Unnecessary
nightmare.
things like this samsara need to end.
Paimon's still a little upset that we've come this far, only for Dunyarzad to...
Ooh, Lord Sloth's your AC isn't working. Yeah, that is rough. Oh god. Honestly, at this point, I'd ask if there's a way you can just like pick one up on an emergency basis, because even the small ones, man, if you got a small enough room and close the door, it actually does help. Speaking as someone who used to have an apartment that had no AC and had to legitimately just block off an entire room just to stay at 70 degrees. We're down to 85. Yeah, I don't miss that. Really don't.
She was such a good person, with such a simple wish. But fate was against her.
No, it wasn't. People were. People fucked around. And also, literally, Nahida could have told us any time. And we could have not fucked around with the time. We did kind of dither a bit. But also, it wasn't fate. It was literally people.
Yeah. Saving Dunyarzad
Whoever's dreaming needs to be punched.
this whole time.
And a few other people on top of that. Just going to throw it out there. We need more violence faster.
Traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see us save everyone else.
Probably.
So let's break the samsara for her sake. Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this dream? Feels like it would be easier to control it that way, no?
Honestly, the ideal would be Dunyarzad or probably Nilu. Oh yeah, I wonder if it's Nilu because she's the person who they're just waiting to the birth of their god and keeps dreaming. Because the only person they would actually care about would be the one person they bother to talk to, and the Grand Sage actually did talk to Nilu.
Huh. That's true. So, who do you think the host of the dream is?
The Knight of Flowers? Really? Aw, I guess that would make sense, but kind of boring.
Oh, that would make sense. Let's go ask him some...
Do we have to talk to this guy? His mustache is so huge. And Zia, you're saying the travelers could be half Savakavili? Honestly, the only reason I wouldn't believe that is because I'm still betting on Paimon. Sorry, not Paimon. Pom Pom. Completely different.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time.
God, his hat is
Is
stupid.
everything okay?
Everything's fine. Just
Can we try violence now?
An experiment? That came out.
could you make a wish?
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new...
Less questions, more wishing.
You know, that's actually the first time I've really enjoyed from her.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay. My wish. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but I want Miss Dunyarzad to be happy.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. Flirting. Was not expecting that.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down. She just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be fairest Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her. Or
Oh,
something.
she asked her to do this. Or she asked him to do it.
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
And Paimon's voice acting well.
Oh, is it that obvious? When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy Sub-Zeru's festival.
Lore's Lost. You don't think Genshin would be that connected to Star Rail? I wouldn't say that connected personally, although it is connected in the same way that Honkai Impact Third is, if only because Herta has relics from both games, which, if it wasn't for Welt, I would think it's just an Easter egg, but considering Welt is a thing, and he explicitly is from one game, I'm assuming that it'll eventually be tied in somehow.
What she didn't realize was that
Necromancer's killing me.
I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life. 50 years? 100 years? I'll serve her till the end of time.
Well, you've got almost half a year so far.
Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment. Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
God, his mustache is huge.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh, you're...
Not her.
What?
Faki? Sorry, but only one portion of Yelda candies per person. Back home you go.
I'm sorry, her name is what? Okay, yeah, they went there. That is the name they use for the kid. That's... Sure.
Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front of me.
Well, bad news for you, dude. You're not gonna like what happens next.
Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy.
Still assuming it's Nilou, because he's the only person the Grand Sage bothered to deal with. They probably think they're about to become a god, too, and they're talking about themselves.
Everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her, but none of them has any idea that she...
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. Huh? But Dia can handle them. Hey,
It would be funny if she actually is happier now. I mean, we already know puppets can get some life in them, considering, what is his name, the Wanderer. That part I do know a spoiler about, but how he's interpreted in this, I have no idea. Can we finally get into this? I want to help beat them up.
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you.
Oh, we're actually being an asshole.
Fine, alright. Anyway, watch yourself.
Nah, it's fine. I need stress relief. Hello, fresh meat. I've been wanting to do this for so long
you got
now.
yourself some backup. Suit yourself. You're going down.
Also, for everyone wondering what's wrong with the name, spelling-wise, it's fine. Pronunciation, though, it sounded a bit different.
Overrule. Fire it up. Supporting fire.
Game's up.
Is this overkill? Yes. How many more of you are there? Honestly, I really like the transportation method she has because she can teleport through objects. It's not a lot, but it's just cool to get around things when they're in their way.
Taking your anger out on those guys?
Yes.
You and Nahida both. Oh, and speaking of, remember
Finally
how
turned to
during
violence.
the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad because she wanted to pick something up? She said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay,
I actually forgot
so
about everything she said at this point because she hasn't spoken so long.
Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is yeah. Even if it's only a tiny clue, it'll probably still help us more than this needle in a haystack search.
Honestly, the only other person other than Dunyarzad who I think would be, because initially she's the person I thought who would be, but she did. Mine dead.
Enter other people's spaces without permission, but desperate times call for desperate measures.
They won't notice, and we already rob everyone's house as we go into as it is.
The windows are unlocked. Okay. Paimon's gonna take a peek inside.
You know you're in a dream, right? You don't need to worry about that part. Just throwing it out there.
This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book. Should we open?
16 days. Oh, it's folk legends, Lesser Kness Holly. It's her notes for us. And she saw Nahida.
Wow.
Damn.
Dunyarzad wrote even though she was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zero's festival and had all her health problems to worry about.
Honestly,
She
I'd
must
be
have
more
wanted
affected
to
by this,
give
but I'm just
this
so
to us
annoyed
as
we
a
haven't
gift
resorted to
on the day
punching the
of
people who
Sub-Zero's
deserve it yet.
festival, right? If we hadn't found this book, we never would have known. But now that we know,
I don't think the sage is the final boss. I think he's just some unwitting accomplice at this point. It is kind of cool to see the Traveler actually have an emotion other than this is fine. But also, in the background, you can kind of tell how old this is by comparison. I will say, though, things like this are very pretty. It does look nice.
Laid bare.
Yoink. Yeah, you can't really turn while doing that. The boat? Oh, this part was still within it as well. Oh, it's just what you can see from up here. Ah.
Dunyarzad's puppet.
Just realize if it's a puppet that comes back to reality, maybe that would solve the problem she has. Oh no, wait, puppet mind, not puppet body. Damn.
Traveler,
Really wish this stuff was having voice
you
lines right now.
must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time.
Technically, that's his entire existence
Even
on
the
Tevat.
last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago.
A day and forever.
Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here. And the way her
this is a good
eyes
story, though.
sparkled when she talked about Nilu's dance of Sub-Zerus.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
And she's even saying the lines that she said to us at this point.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler. What is it?
Oh, so she's still just a puppet.
Pre-recorded line.
Just now, how come... What? Where are we going this time?
Oh, Lord of Sloth. So this entire quest came out right after you lost your grandfather. So, yeah, man, I can see how this would hit you. Just the loss of the character that you know, and then... Damn. Yeah, I can see how that would hit hard. The overlapping tones and themes. Also, just trying it. Foiled again. Foiled again, Genshin. You thought you could trap me. Okay, joking aside.
Take it easy.
God, this feels so slow now. You know, it's not so bad because I'm using Yelan to run around, but just swimming feels really slow right now. Stealing your flowers. It's like, this is sad, but it's actually pissing me off because it makes sense. It's like, not like upset at the story. I actually think right now the story is really well done. I do appreciate this. And if this is what Inazuma was like, I would have loved that so much more. It's more like just frustration at the situation, which is a good response. It definitely engages you, and you want to engage with this.
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer.
Do it.
The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this?
And I just realized why this is kind of even worse. The entire thing about this dance is to remember someone who passed away. And now we're heading to this to make sure it happens because technically Dunyarzad is already dead. God damn. We'll hit him with the back of the sword, which is also sharp.
Traveler? You don't have to get involved. He's a sage from the academia. I don't
He's the
wanna
Grand
drag him into
Sage,
this.
also to be known as victim number 1.
Traveler? What the heck are you doing?
What are they gonna do?
If you get arrested by the academia, that's another day gone to waste.
So? Oh, did they realize what's going on? No, they're still playing their roles.
Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff?
They're also puppets. Ah.
Oh, of course. If this is the sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this.
But they also want to ensure that the same thing happens every day.
So they're just substitutes.
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage?
Did they disappear? Oh. She can't see them anymore. Oh no, because they froze.
Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers. It's just a shame that all the real Bodhisattvas went extinct after her death.
Yes.
And she wanted the flowers,
the
so they
greater
exist.
Lord brought forth new Patisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers.
So it was Nilu. It makes sense. The person they opposed the most.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Patisaras? But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed away? So, how? Yeah. What's going on here?
Make a wish.
Huh? You guys are
Theoretically, if she dreamed the academia didn't exist anymore. I like this.
So Nilu's the host.
Yep.
What a surprise!
Hey Nilu, we need to beat you until you go unconscious. Have fun!
Patisaras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage.
And they're probably pulling from Akasha, or
Just like the example
Ermin's soul to get
Nahida
all the
told us.
information for it.
People assumed there will be food on a plate, and Nilu assumed there would be real Patisaras in the flower pots.
Theoretically, if it has access to all the knowledge, does it have access to the souls as well that are being used? That is the part I would like to know.
So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it. But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to be. How should we make? Am I dreaming?
She saw the flowers and figured it out.
Huh?
Yeah.
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our celebration of the Sub-Zeru's festival?
Close enough.
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong. As far as you know, people in Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to find the Dendro Archon. Ooh, sounds familiar. Dinyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived. Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet.
Oh?
There's more to the story. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her blessing to him. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated.
Theoretically, wouldn't that make Dunyarzad a sage because she was given knowledge as well? Not in the sense it would have mattered to anyone now, but in the old sense it might have.
After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed, as if he had just woken up from a dream.
Dream manipulation.
His wife lying next
Damn.
to him said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you? Have a safe journey, my love." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City and founded the Academia.
So in other words, the first
What a
lord,
happy ending.
whatever, Kusanali, Ruka Devata, whatever, I can't say the name, Big Nahida, used a time loop in a dream to give people knowledge so they could figure out how to fix it. And she's doing that right now, or it's being used against her right now. The difference is it had a time limit and we passed it up.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? He never went on his journey?
Or he did, he just knew all the answers already.
Yes. But his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she blessed him in the form of a dream. Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection. I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zeru's festival is almost over too.
And the only way to finish it off is to have a dance. And then figure out who set this up. And then beat the living
Since
shit
we're
out of
in
them.
a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zeru's as beautiful as we can.
I wonder if we actually get to have a cutscene for this. That'd be pretty cool. Oh shit, we actually do. I thought it was just going to be in-character animation. I think I am a bit spoiled by Star Rail's animations, though.
The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sub-Zeru's.
And everyone will remember the dance of the dream if they get to keep this. Ooh. Literally painting the dream however she wants. Oh, that's actually fun, just watching it all turn to fireflies. Or is it fireflies?
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilu's dance.
Is it what Nilu wanted to see? Or a soul coming in? Why aren't we glowing? Guess it's time to wake up. Do they get to remember it finally?
Good morning, traveler.
If they don't remember this, so help me.
Feels like she's been as Paimon's head feels super. Paimon thinks it was after the Sumeru's festival. The Sumeru's festival.
Does she actually remember it now?
Finally escaped from the
Oh, good, they did. Because it would be so annoying if they did just ignored that.
Quick, take off your Akasha terminal.
Yeah. Do we get to see the empty puppet? Or what's left of the body?
She's not in her room. What happened?
And does anyone else remember her if you die in a dream?
Huh? What usual stuff?
Why is Catherine here?
Well done, Traveler and Paimon.
Uh...
And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sumeru's festival for me.
The fuck? Oh, that is trippy. So, Nahida's possessing a Catherine doll. But also... Oh, that's just weird. And he said, in the end, we will wake up from our dreams. God damn it, I can't even read that line without wanting to tear up.
I'm sorry, who are... Oh, Traveler Paimon. I have something amazing to tell you.
Did you have a good dream?
I just had a dream. And I saw Nilu performing the dance of Sumeru's.
Now, is this still her soul inhabiting the body? Or is this the puppet getting the body? Don't know. Let's see. Which one could be worse?
You're actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at the Sumeru's festival. And
She didn't say rebooting.
Dunyarzad, did you save her?
It's a really long story.
God, that voice is so
Don't
weird
disturb
coming
her.
out of that face.
Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else. How about by the Traveler's favorite bench?
We have a favorite bench? Oh, it's the one they kept having the thoughts on.
What's going on? Why are you two so excited to see me?
It's actually been...
Oh? strange.
Yeah, I'd say sleep it off, but that's probably a bad idea. Still disappointed we never took a swing at the sage. Even if he was just a dream puppet, I would have loved to do that. Oh shit, it's already 9 o'clock. Oh, that could be bad. Maybe just a little longer. I got time. Ugh.
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. It's such a relief that she's all right.
After we parted on the
I
last
can't
day
get
of the
used to this.
Sumeru
This is so
festival,
weird.
I left the city and saw what the traveler had described.
I mean, I know she's a robot.
Among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter.
Where do they have,
This
they have
proved
robots
my
in
suspicion.
Fontaine, but...
Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate.
Oh?
But this also meant it escaped the Akasha's control.
So she had a near-death experience.
Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream.
Eh?
Both will gradually fade until they completely disappear.
What would that do to the soul, though?
I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible. But it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer if it hadn't been for you two breaking the samsara.
So technically, we were still on a time limit, and we still dithered around. You're not very good at time management. It's like you're a god or something.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end. And not a moment too soon.
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying.
Is she disappointed we didn't enjoy it enough?
I need to spend more time observing human emotions.
Oh my god, really?
Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently.
And Laura Sloth, you said whenever a VTuber doesn't match their model. I mean, technically, if you want a good point of that, I still recommend checking out Iron Mouse and the squeaky high-pitched voice, and then listening to her in her opera voice. It's one hell of a switch, man. And really fun.
Alright, you two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faith to be accurate. I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy Catherine's consciousness.
So it's actually her consciousness? Yeah, what is up with that? Because the multi-body thing? I assumed it was just robots everywhere, but apparently if it has a consciousness that's plugged in, do they have robot bodies, or is she just a hive mind?
How did you do that? Poor cat.
Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their Akasha terminal.
Ah!
The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha terminal, my consciousness has always been linked to the Akasha.
Oh, so she's a
I've
terminal
always
herself.
respected my people's
Makes
free
sense.
will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary, I just borrow this bionic Snezhnayan puppet.
So the person running the Adventurers Guild, essentially, taking all the missions, is Snezhnayan. Bionic, though, which would imply there was a human built into Catherine, so it's not just robot.
Hold on. Did we just learn some deep, dark secret? So Catherine is... No wonder Paimon felt something was off about her.
Which would imply maybe she's separate from the other bullshit that happened with Snezhnaya. I only remember in the cavern we saw that history was overwritten for them because the ones in there were on a crusade to help people and were generally good people, while the ones outside were mustache-twirlingly evil. And then there's Child, who is a battle junkie and doesn't really matter at all at that point.
What about your own body? Why do you need to borrow other people's? Don't you live in the sanctuary of Surasthana?
That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, the sages found my newly born self and took me back to Sumeru.
Where are you born
At
in?
that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Surasthana, ostensibly for the sake of protecting me.
Like they did for Dunyarzad?
I've hardly heard from them since. However...
captive.
I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata instead of me, a symbol of her passing.
So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest? How dare they! Why don't you teach them a lesson, Nahida?
I mean, I want to. Get in line at this point. But it is interesting, though, if she's not being brainwashed into being absolutely horrible, and everything else from Snezhnaya is kind of some level of mimetic dick. I wonder if whatever happened to her was separated because she's in multi-bodies. Unless they're all people brainwashed to think they are her, which would be way more fucked up. Oh god, is that a symbol of when we finally get to Snezhnaya, it's going to be a bunch of clones running around? Which one's going to be Firefly?
In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was omniscient and omnipotent. Even after her death, the Akasha is still empowering this nation. And I'm still really far away from being able to call myself the God of Wisdom. Moreover, the Academia is also more proficient at governing this country.
Yeah, debatable.
Existence has little meaning.
Yeah, you got a lot of believers. Just look at the Sub-Zero's festival.
Also, I don't think belief matters too much by comparison to being better than Venti.
Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need physical freedom as long as I can connect my consciousness to the Akasha.
And they don't find out you can.
A way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. I will work on that, and try to live up to being a deity in the meantime. Every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom and enlighten a lost soul here and there. Doing all that should be enough. You mean how the Akasha stops you from having dreams?
Yeah, it's been such a long time.
They probably just removed any evidence of it.
It's not that no one noticed. It's more like no one cared. Ultimately, it's all rooted in
And most people forget their dreams as it is, so...
Misdirection?
The sages convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is a sign of rationality and wisdom. Not dreaming is even if the truth is that their dreams are being reaped by the Akasha. With their propaganda in place, the sages can maximize their use of the Akasha to facilitate their research. Besides, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata must have created the Akasha in the hopes that it could be used to its full potential. That's why I've never come out strongly against this.
Yeah, that's probably a point against you.
The perspective advocated by the sages drowned out any voices of doubt. By now, even those who never use Akasha terminals find it too shameful and embarrassing to talk about their dreams.
And since you communicate with people in their dreams, it also gets rid of the people who can see you.
Got it. I hope my answers were satisfactory, seekers of knowledge.
I'm kind of hoping at this point that Catherine turns out to be the Tsaritsa, because that would just be hilarious. If the big baddie is the one that we've been talking to the most in the entire game. That would just be hilarious to me. I mean that for Paimon as well.
Don't worry too much about the sages' activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project on the scale of the Sub-Zeru Samsara in the immediate future.
Can we continue the violence option, though?
Leave everything to us.
What a relief. This is truly the most exhausting birthday I've ever had.
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here? Do either of you know?
Mind control.
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake
Technically,
up
yes.
a sleepwalker. We happened to walk by, so we thought we'd wait for you to wake up.
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh, I'm fine.
Where does she do
I better
that?
go. Thank you.
We've spent quite some time in Sumeru City, but ever since we last said goodbye to
As soon as she was out of frame, she disappeared.
We haven't heard anything from her. Oh, we can't just keep waiting around like this. Let's go find Catherine and pick up some work so we can at least keep ourselves busy.
Speaking of, what did I do here? Oh, I did these? Oh, neat. I should probably go do that. It's the start of a new mission as well. I need to go do that. Let's see. Anything else I need to do while I'm here? Oh, yeah, this one. Oh, neat. Free stuff.
Good roll.
Oh, yeah, because we got this guy. I literally only put it up to level 80 finally, and I still have really minimal desire to do more. I'll probably get there eventually, just eh.
Alright, maybe I'll take one more.
Like a triumphant hero.
Knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
I might as well. Oh, she was right there. I literally never even noticed because I've never stopped here. Bird.
Ad Astra Abyssosque. We meet again, you two.
She's more animated still.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us today?
Commissions, huh? Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and recite a love poem on stage.
The fuck?
Wait, say what now?
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I want to beat you all in the face with a shoe. Oh, that actually rhymed. Oh shit, that actually rhymed. I don't think I've ever been able to do that before. Am I tired or more awake than normal? I don't know, and it's kind of scaring me.
I see. It appears that you're not interested in this commission.
Oh, no, let me in! When they start booing,
that
I can
case,
hit them for my fun.
Please go to Port Armos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Yeah, maybe we should go for the other one.
Hey, that's not any better.
Asking for a beating? Really go together, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Why are you leaving reactions?
Paimon's gotta ask. Just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
I mean, I would take the first one every time.
The commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often.
Ah, so it's Nahida.
I would have actually liked that first one. Just to fuck around with them, because fuck them.
When did you get into her head?
But then she's in everyone's head, right?
From when she said, Ad Astra Abyssosque?
So it's been you this whole time?
She's literally just Aina, but not evil.
Messing up, Nahida?
Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream. It was another dream about the Sub-Zerus Festival, except it was a happy one.
Except it was actually a happy dream and actually a dream and not just a experiment.
Terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. They danced round and round, and everyone looked really happy. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really, really high above the ground, and I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children.
You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zerus Festival really should be.
Probably.
It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday.
But...
Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that? Wait, could this be an example of the emotion known as pity?
No, we aren't pitying you.
Yeah, kinda.
It would only make everything worse.
Definitely
We
pitying.
just don't want you to feel too sad. By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homiyanis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able
Yes,
to
the
check
festival that ended
Yes,
half
I
a year
paid
and
her a visit
yesterday.
Right after I woke up. She was resting at the time. Her condition is stabilized. However,
withering?
since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, We can only cure it by finding a way to take care of
I actually
Irminsul's
completely forgot
own
about that
withering.
part.
But for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to and what they're planning.
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the Sub-Zero's
I'm still wondering why we haven't resorted to violence
so our
yet.
first priority should be investigating and
I mean, the
putting a
only time we
stop
were
to the
stopped
sages'
before is when a
activities.
literal god tried to smite us down.
For how we
And
should
even then,
pull
we
that
fought
off,
them
let's discuss
and
it
convinced them
somewhere
not to
else.
smite us.
There are too many
But this god isn't going to do that,
adventures
so reason not to fight?
Good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
Oh, this is not just a continuation. It's the next chapter altogether. I did actually need to turn those in. This might be awkward, and I'm hoping I can do it, but can I take Catherine to see Catherine? The Adventurers Guild is Shnez 9, isn't it? Wait, does that mean theoretically we're up-and-coming members of a Shnez 9 organization, and when we finally get there, we're going to be highly rated within their own government? That would be hilarious, and I'm kind of hoping so.
Ad Astra Abyssal.
Hello, person we just stole.
Thank you for Ad Astra.
Yee. Thank you, free stuff. Also, what's this? Oh, I need to do that. And I need to do the next one as well. And a bunch of other side quests I have not remembered. I'll do that. Probably can't get away with doing it tonight, so I'll have to do that later. And let's see, what else? I feel like I'm forgetting something. The Cryo Archon could be Cacolia. I would doubt it, if only because she kind of dead right now. It was more like a pyro version of her, unless it was another... You know, we have so... Shneznaya has bio puppets that all look the same. And we're always fighting Fatui, who all look the same. We're literally fighting their clone army, aren't we? Attack of the Clones, indeed. It's kind of weird that they haven't been taking the same whammy to their history that everyone else has. Because, again, the Chasm did kind of show that. That should be all those. Oh, I remember what I wanted to do. I think it reset today. I want to get one fight in before anything else. I think I need... Oh, good, I have this refreshed. Nice, I can fight it again. Because I haven't got there so far in story, I don't know what's up with that. Let's see. I feel like I need to do a fight, because I haven't done any murderizing for a bit. Is there a random boss I can take on just to feel like I've done some kind of violence? It's been much too peaceful. I'm at 5 already? Oh, shit. I need to do that more. Where would I find adequate violence? Probably a boss fight. I'm not sure which one to do. In that case, the best way would probably just be to look at the characters and see what I need. That's already a 10. These, I'll probably eventually get them, and I have the nails still. The pyro plant? Oh god. Yeah, I'm not sure that would be a good idea right now with a fire character. How about you? Are you? No, the one I care about is already maxed on her. Although, well, how I'm using her, actually, this might be a good option as well. Also, I'm so proud that I managed to get Chlorine without paying a cent. There was just so many events, and I didn't pull for a while, so I actually just got her for free on random luck. That worked out in my favor. Yeah. They have some very nice art on this character. This is an annoying fight I don't understand too well. And I need more of these, but... let's try this fight. Nah, I don't feel like doing it tonight. And... oh, shit, it's already 9:20. Oh, shit, it's already 9:20. Okay, never mind, not doing a fight, going to run outside and apologize to my wife for streaming a bit longer than I meant to. You know, I was even warned early on I should have watched the time better. This one's on me.
Got a new letter from
All the same, thanks for everyone watching. I'm now going to go and hope my wife doesn't get upset that I took so long. And yeah, see you in the next one, whenever that is, and we'll see whenever that is. I actually have no idea when I'll stream this again, because I know there's a bunch of other games coming up that I want to check out right away. So the next one is probably going to be most likely Wuthering Waves when the 1.1 patch drops. And we'll see from there. There's just so many games right now. It's actually a nice problem to have. So even if I follow behind, there's just tons of content. I like that problem. Yeah. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios. Oh, I am so freaking late. That's actually a problem.